Meu players, simulate civilization, Reage and board, chat. We are ready. 2 hours, mano. 2 horinhas e 34 minutos de vídeo, cara. Isso daqui vai ser interessante.
In the biggest social experiment in Minecraft history, I scattered 1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization.
No.
The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now each
Caraca.
remain dead forever.
Bonitinho. Esse topo dele. Fundinho. Lugar clean, vazio.
Now each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Farm for food, become a dictator, and build a society. At least as best as they can, because while one island is a rich, green paradise, the other one...
You're kidding me.
...is a barren wasteland. It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war? What ended up
War is
happening is the
fantastic.
single most amazing story arc I've ever seen. All I will say is pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video. I present to you the rich and poor 1,000 player civilization experiment. Don't forget, if you want to participate in these videos, join my Discord server, and of course, subscribe to my channel.
A trilha sonora foi bem trabalhada, viu?
Got 1,000.
Nossa senhora, olha o lag, olha o lag! Boom.
It was the beginning of day 1, and all 1,000 players began to explore
Bem
their new
bonitinha.
homes.
Flashback, né, mano?
Is this place?
Before the first day, I had made everyone choose randomly between Island 1 and Island 2. And I didn't tell them that one of the islands, the first one, would be a barren wasteland. Hey, you guys having a good time?
No.
Not at
There's
all.
nothing here. Please tell me where the trees are, bro. I cannot find anything.
It didn't take long for the people who chose Island 1 to realize they had made a massive mistake.
I hate this place. I hate this place. I
Não,
hate
mas você não tem nem madeira, né, mano?
Players realized that building
Não, tem uma
civilizations
madeira ali, ó,
on Island
viu?
1 would be particularly challenging. And not only because it was empty, but because some parts of it were completely uninhabitable, like the snow biome. Oh no! No, no, no!
Mentira, se morrer é doideira.
And right next door, a massive volcano that could erupt at
No.
any moment.
Ooh, I'm not going down there.
O
This
cara morrer
volcano
ali é
also
doideira,
happens to
mano.
heat up all the water on the island.
Okay.
This killed a lot of people.
Ah, mas aí é foda.
Now, to begin building civilizations, the players needed to find a tree.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro.
Wood is an essential material, and without it, you really can't do anything. Now, luckily for Island 1, there was one tree on the island, and it was pretty big too.
Ah, tem
But,
madeira
of
suficiente.
course, it was completely surrounded by
madeira suficiente,
boiling
tá ótimo.
water.
You've got to
Gigantesco.
be kidding me.
Meanwhile,
Problema é
let's
isso,
go
né?
over to Island
Tem que fazer
2.
torre, tem que fazer pontezinha.
Hey guys! Life on Island 2 was beautiful. The terrain was green, the trees were plentiful, and the water was normal temperature.
Open for business.
Selling water? This is from the ocean. Are you trying to make me drink ocean water?
No.
The people on Island 2 immediately realized they had chosen the island of safety and wealth. You are
Vantagem.
literally a piece of gold.
Aí tá fácil.
The only real danger on Island 2 was the possibility of falling down from a tree as you're collecting wood. But some people found a way to even work around that. So you're planning to build a bakery.
Yes, I am.
And you're forcing your employees to go up and get oak.
Oh, no, no.
She forced you to work
Caraca.
up here.
Hey, no.
E o cara é uma árvore.
Don't say anything.
O cara é uma árvore ainda, mano.
Also, because of the
Pegando
vast
madeira e ele é
amounts
uma
of
árvore,
trees, people
incrível.
were very quickly able to craft tools that allowed them to mine underground. Hello, Saps, you doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, this island's great.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at this. Yeah, I'm loaded.
Overall, the people of Island 2
Cheio
were
de X-ray, né?
thrilled with their new home, thrilled with their wealth, and they were very optimistic about their future.
Diamante rapidinho, né, rapaziada? Como será, né, mano?
By the end of the first day, players on Island 1 had finally reached the big
Olha, fizeram
tree.
skinzinha.
You realize how high up you are?
Oh yeah, no, we're not scared.
No?
No pain, no gain.
Island 1 was still
No
pretty
pain,
far
no
from
gain.
having
Okay,
fully
man,
fledged
okay, man.
civilizations, but there were communities starting to form. For example, this player named Remy the Rats made a small restaurant to feed those who were starving. Remy the Rat, what are you serving them here? It's very popular. Bread? And you can... What the frick? Why? Wait, is this a bread line?
Caraca, esse cara tá desesperado por pão,
I
mano.
also got word that there was a small group
Ô,
of
mano.
people who had
Mal bonitinho, velho. Mal bonitinho, mano.
What the frick?
Tipo, não tem nada de RP nisso, é só os caras jogando bagulho normal.
Why?
Velho. Isso que é o mais louco.
Wait, is this a bread line?
Cala a boca. Como não tem um vagabundo dando, mano... Passando na frente, gritando, brigando e se matando, velho.
I also got word that there was a small group of people who had chosen to...
Vai ter anti-X-Ray? Mano, isso eu não pensei, velho. Porque no final de tudo, tipo... eu não posso dizer, mas você me colocou isso na cabeça, eu vou pensar, velho. Vou ver... Porque eu não lembro como que é os anti-X-Ray hoje nessas versões.
settle in a weird location.
People at the volcano.
What type of people would choose to live on a volcano?
Eu viveria num vulcão.
Hey guys.
Isso é da hora, pô, tá louco?
Oh,
What the f-
hey, how's it going? Welcome to the mafia.
This was Lingolini, and he had
Lingolini.
recruited about 20 people to join his Italian mafia. His goals
Cala a
were
boca.
very simple: make friends and get rich.
Hold on, can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't tell anyone though. We're trying to keep it between us.
We'll check back in with these guys later,
Huh?
but in the meantime, on Island 2, there were actual huge civilizations starting to form.
I don't care about power. I don't care about government. I just want to make a nice place for my people to live.
This player named Callie Cass was the leader of about 50 people in a nation she named the Cass Coalition. And a coalition it was of very different types of people, including pirates, bankers, Canadian cartels, bakery owners, and their employees.
Want fair working conditions.
How much even being paid to work up here?
Paid? People are getting paid?
Ah!
Later in the day, Island 2 would face
Eu tô pegando
its
árvore.
first conflict.
Nossa, olha o buraco que você tá fazendo. Ah, não.
Hey, you guys.
Eu já ia tiltar. Eu sou esse tipo de cara, velho. Tá estragando a porra do bagulho aí da minha área que eu tô construindo, eu já ia tiltar, velho. Olha a merda aí, ó.
Guys can't be destroying the beach.
Who are you?
A group of about 20 people were extracting sand from the shore right next to the Cass Coalition.
Meu Deus, velho. Que
Cass was
horror.
obviously not happy about this, but these people didn't care because they were from a much bigger nation called the Commonwealth.
Ó. Damn! Gente pra porra.
We're actually 5 nations combined into one, so we have strength in numbers.
The Commonwealth was a massive civilization that was formed on day
Caralho, tem uns 100 play aí, fácil.
1 when 5 distinct groups were
Caralho.
close enough to each other that they just decided to come together and unify under one nation. As a result, the Commonwealth had a government with 5 leaders at the top and over 150 citizens.
Mano, pega a foto, tem que ter líder, mano. Tipo, mano, deve ter quase 100 players aí, mano. Se tiver cara pra, tipo, organizar essa porra, fudeu, velho. Os caras vão ficar fazendo merda, velho.
Mountain into our city currently.
Ah, okay. The Commonwealth leaders were very ambitious and wanted to make the Commonwealth the most beautiful, the most respected, the most powerful nation on Island 2, even if it came at the expense of others. Overall, by the end of the day, Island 2 was much further ahead than Island 1, as expected. But let's see what happens in the following days.
Não tá ruim não ali os caras também, viu?
As players logged back in the next day, nobody was expecting that the beginning of day 2 would end up having one of the most consequential moments of the entire event. Remy the Rats was running his restaurant when he received a visit from a player named Shood.
Night, I need food, I'm dying.
Yo, Shood.
Well, yeah.
I do have food. You're private, but
Oh, I
don't
need food.
worry.
Oh, God, I'm too kind. I care about everyone else before myself. It's such a problem.
Now this player, Shood, was a rising leader on Island 1. He was known for always giving away his own food. But some people started to suspect that Shood's supposed generosity was merely a method to gain popularity to further his political ambitions. That is, until...
Hey!
Oh my god.
Caralho, do nada?
Who is a traitor?
Nossa, isso vai rolar.
You trying to assassinate Spoon?
Ganhou moral. E se for manobra dele e falar, mano, você vai tentar me matar, mesmo que tu vai de base só pra eu dominar o bagulho. Caralho. Imagina?
Spood had survived an assassination attempt, which brought him exactly
Que aí deu moral pra todo mundo, ó. O cara foi tentar ser assassinado, pô, esse cara aqui é o herói.
the attention he needed to cement himself as a legend on Island 1.
Clássico.
People were drawn to him, and on day 2, Spood used this leverage to establish an empire named Westhelm.
Mas boa manobra. Boa manobra.
These people have made me emperor. This right here is going to be our capital. We're also building a massive colosseum.
You mean people fight to the death?
Exactly.
Even though the people of Westhelm were still struggling with food and resources, their motivation to succeed was unbelievably high.
Earlier, somebody tried to take my life. Someone with this face. But now, he's dead!
For the first time, it seemed like the people of Island 1 had hope.
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon. Nearly killed by some dude.
Caraca. Nossa, muita gente.
Island 1 was finally starting to develop civilizations, but not all of them were as motivated.
Mais louco. Que é isso tudo aqui? Já dá 100 players do que vai ser numa ilha, tá ligado?
Island 1 was
que tem uns 50 já, velho, tá ligado? Doideira, velho.
Finally starting to develop civilization.
O cara colocou 500, que porra é essa, velho? Que servidor é esse pra tancar isso tudo, velho?
Not all of them were as motivated as Westhelm. Right next,
mano, papo reto, velho.
Starting to develop civilizations, but not all of them were as motivated as Westhelm. Right next door, for example, was a cult named Nevermore that literally just boxed themselves in and wanted nothing to do with the rest of the world.
Quoth the Raven, Nevermore.
Cara, um servidor 1000 duro no mesmo server, no mesmo lugar. É coisa de 10 mil reais no mês, velho. Falando sério mesmo. É coisa de 10 mil. Eu tenho que ficar muito rico pra fazer um bagulho desse. Com 1000 é muito difícil, velho. No máximo chega a 250 eu consigo, velho. Eu tenho servidor pra isso. Mas 1000? 1000, mano. Meu Deus, velho.
And honestly, these guys weren't
Deve tá bem, é.
wrong to be pessimistic. See, some of the people who
Deve tá um monte de coisa desligada, tá ligado?
chose Island 1 had secretly been hoping that when they finally make it underground.
Mas aí tem um bagulho.
See, some of the
Parece que, tipo, mano, é muita chunk, velho. Tipo, provavelmente o cara tá usando Distant Horizon, né? Tipo, pra renderizar isso tudo, né? Pra ficar legal pro vídeo. Aí já deve ter renderizado o mapa todo no servidor pra fazer o conteúdo. Mas, mano... Dá quanto? 1k? Por mês? Não, servidor de 10k de player é coisa de... Mano, clean. 5 mil por mês, velho.
Island 1 had secretly been hoping that when they finally make it under...
Mano, mínimo 128 GB de RAM. Um chão AMD, mano, abominável, insano, tá ligado? Sei lá o que mais, mano. Eu acho que nem isso, eu não sei, mano. É que a otimização disso daí deve estar absurda.
They would find...
Não, mas é muita gente... Mano, é muita gente carregando chunk. É isso que também é insano. Mas, mano, esse mapa é um mapa já presetado, criado no World Painter. Então, provavelmente, já tá gerado já no server data. Já tudo tá gerado antes de os caras entrar. E aí só vai lagar pro player, tá ligado? E provavelmente o cara que fez o vídeo que tá voando por aí, ele já deve ter andado o mapa todo, gerado tudo no Distant Horizon. É por isso que dá pra ver muita coisa, entendeu?
And honestly, these guys weren't wrong to be pessimistic. See, some of the people who chose Island 1 had secretly been hoping that...
Mas é pro gringa de boa, e esse cara faz 10 milhões de views por vídeo, então, tipo, mano, o valor pra um servidor pra um evento desse é nada pra ele, é porra nenhuma.
When they finally make it underground, they would find troves of iron and diamonds. But instead, they only found a giant layer of lava that stemmed from the volcano and covered the entire...
É, tá vendo? Ó, tá vendo ali o Conte era muito, muito longe? Isso daí é Distant Horizon.
Island. This lava layer ended up killing...
Ele não fez caverna. Ele não fez caverna, é isso? É, não tem caverna. Ah, não, tem sim.
This lava layer ended up
É pouca caverna, é bem pouca caverna.
killing a lot
Isso otimiza. Sim, a caverna alaga muito. Otimiza pra caramba.
of people. That said, a lot of people weren't necessarily angry at the poor conditions themselves, but more so about the inequality between Island 1 and Island 2. See, even though the two islands had a border separating them, preventing anyone from crossing for now, rumors were spreading about the wealth and the amazing environment of Island 2. Because of this, some people on Island 1 were starting to develop some feelings about the other island.
Island 2 might be the better island, but we're the better people.
Oh. In fact, artists on Island 1 were already making propaganda posters, some of which were rather concerning, including a few creations by our mafia leader, Lingolini. Speaking of Lingolini, including a few creations by our mafia leader, Lingolini.
I want you to join the Mafia Minutemen. What the fuck?
Speaking of
Da hora,
Lingolini, there
velho.
was some drama on the volcano on day 2.
I just survived an assassination attempt.
Cala a boca.
Whoa. Mamma mia, help me, I'm getting chased. Just take me out of nowhere.
Cala a boca, o cara continua no personagem.
Mamma mia, help me, I'm getting chased.
Cala a boca, cala a boca. Cala a boca, velho.
Lego likes just take me out of nowhere and I had to run down the mountain.
É isso, mano, é isso que vai acontecer pra caralho. Os caras que vai entrar, que vai ser aceito, que escreveu muito bem lá no Forms, que esses caras vão fazer só isso, tá ligado? E aí, tipo assim, mano, é a questão dos caras ser... A comunidade ser esperta pra, tipo, mano, finalizar esse cara logo, porque esses caras que vão criar o caos e pode estragar tudo, mano. E dar o fim, tá ligado? Na civilização.
Pretty common occurrence on Island
Sempre tem 1, 2 ou 3 aí pra fazer essa merda, tá
1
ligado?
for people to try to rob
Só chega do nada e mata. E foda-se.
or murder as a means to get food or resources. But Lingolini was not going to let that slide. Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him.
Pedrodbr has diarrhea, mano. Tive, mano. Ontem e hoje.
Everybody in the mafia knows that the Lego likes is an enemy of the mafia.
But then, during our interview,
Nossa, é só o início, cara. 100 versus 100, mano. Aí, se der tudo certo, aí no YouTube, os vídeos, etc. Porque o meu foco não... Hoje, o meu foco no YouTube não é mais ser o deus do PVP ou, tipo, virar um monstro no speedrun. O speedrun eu até gosto de que ele tryhardar porque é um bagulho single player. Mas, tipo assim, PVP, multiplayer, pra mim já não é mais tanto aquilo. É só pra diversão, fazer uns vídeos divertidos, engraçado, meme e foda-se, tá ligado? Meu Prime foi 2013 até uns 2019, tá ligado? No hype do Bad Wars até o fim do Bad Wars, que é 2020 e 2021. Depois disso, mano, tipo, fui ali só jogando vários jogos, etc. Hoje, eu quero entregar no Minecraft tudo que é possível pra fazer uma cinemática de vídeo incrível. E eu quero fazer essa série tendo 7 episódios nos 7 dias, tá ligado? E aí, mano, trazendo, mano, cada dia uma edição cinemáticas e uma narração minha incrível. Quando essa gravação de live acabar... Eu vou ficar off por 3 dias de live, tá, rapaziada? Eu já tô dando essa call pra vocês. Porque eu vou estar narrando todos os dias, eu vou estar estudando os VODs, os arquivos seus, de vocês, de replay mod. Porque vocês vão tem que usar replay mod ou flashback. E aí vocês vão lá todo dia gravar suas partes. E aí ficar esperto, se tiver algum momento importante na gameplay, vocês apertam pra gravar no replay mod. Sempre bindem isso pra trazer um conteúdo legal, tá ligado? Vai estar perto de tudo, tipo, quando a gente tiver 200 players confirmados bons, eu vou estar mandando as regras pra vocês e a data confirmada. Eu não tô dando confirmada sexta-feira porque, eu falei que pode ser essa sexta-feira, mas é porque tem muitas pessoas que mandaram no formulário, tipo assim, de uma forma meio estúpida, tá ligado? Eu vou ser bem sincero. E, mano, tipo assim, muitas pessoas mandaram incrivelmente. A gente vai estar tendo aí o Eric... Tá confirmado também, já posso estar confirmando pra vocês. No Faxo vai estar participando, o Spock se tudo der certo, o Biscoito se tudo der certo também. Então, tipo, mano, vai ser muito divertido, tá ligado? Eles vão estar separados de cada lado, etc. E a gente vai criar, tipo, mano, não é um RP forçado, entendeu? Não vai ser um RP forçado. Não é tipo RP tipo de gameplay normal. A galera não precisa ter medo que tem que ser, essa porra de RP. Porque vocês sabem que o meu público odeia essa porra RP forçadão. Não é isso, é tipo bagulho RP seguindo o normal, o gameplay, pô, tá ligado? Então, tipo, vai ter muitas regras, vão estar saindo as regras, a galera não seguir, tipo, o cara fica... Tipo assim, o cara inicia o jogo, o cara faz um fire e começa a matar um por um no nada, ele vai tomar ban, tá ligado? Ele vai tomar ban e a gente vai trazer de volta os caras, simplesmente no meio do bagulho. Porque, mano, a gente entende quando tem algum sentido, tá ligado? Do cara do nada chegar ali e bater, entendeu? Tipo, às vezes pode chegar um cara só quer, tipo, grifar 100% tudo, começar a matar todo mundo. Só vai ser removido. E aí vai voltar os caras que foram mortos. Não vai mudar em porcaria nenhuma, sacou? Mas... a meta mesmo é pra trazer esses vídeos. Minha meta hoje é pra trazer esses vídeos, mano, que eu não precisa ter 1 bilhão de, tipo, modificações e modelagens e programações deuses. Tipo, eu quero trazer aquele clássico que a gente trazia, só que agora eu quero trazer essas ideias, mano. A ideia desse cara aqui é muito genial, só que eu quero trazer da minha forma. O meu próximo que eu quero fazer já vai ter um tema diferente de todos. Todos, tá ligado? Tá ligado? Eu observei, fui vendo vários vídeos, assim, tipo, passando em vídeos de civilizações, vendo thumbs, ninguém fez. Falei, mano, o próximo tema, se tudo der certo, é esse. Vai ser dessa forma com aquilo ali. Só que, por enquanto, eu quero primeiro ver como que vai ser a primeira vez, tá ligado? E, mano, a versão OG, se der tudo certo, a gente vai ter todo mês uma, tá ligado? E vai ser muito louco, vai ser muito louco. E eu quero nesse primeiro Civilização, fazer 7 episódios de cada dia, ok? Depois, eu quero só um vídeo que nem o do cara, tá ligado? Um vídeo que vai virar tipo 1 hora, 1 hora e meia, 2 horas, tá ligado?
Oh, wait, who's coming out over here? There's some people coming down.
Those are people from Fortnite.
Cara, com mod da merda, velho.
Oh, really?
Com mod da merda. Pô, imagina. Mod já é um bagulho mal otimizado. Imagina com mod com 250 players. 500 players, 250 de cada lado. Não dá, velho.
Lingolini had decided to share.
Não adianta a otimização do servidor, vai dar merda.
His volcano
Mano, é só vanilla, rapaziada. É o melhor é trabalhar com vanilla.
territory with a larger group called Infernus, whose main goal was to preserve and protect the sacred land of the volcano. I spoke with the leader, a player named Seneca, who described herself as the Queen of Infernus.
Caralho.
We are a nation of the flame. We have to treat the volcano with the respect it deserves, and we hope we can work with Lingolini to do just that.
Seneca and Lingolini agreed to protect each other in case of an invasion and use the volcano's height and flowing lava to their advantage.
If anybody tries to attack us, we'll kick them out like a Koopa shell.
Now, speaking of invasions, on day 2, the Cask Coalition was approached by an army.
Mas além desse vídeo ser incrível, também tem uma vantagem, né? A voz desse cara é absurdo, mano. A voz desse narrador aqui nem se compara, velho. Tá ligado? Puta que pariu, velho.
Of boats.
Oh, crap. Guys, I think we're under attack.
It looks like for some reason the Commonwealth was coming to attack.
No, we can't fight this. We gotta run. Get everyone out.
But after a few moments of panic, it turned out to be just a group of immigrants who had gotten lost.
We are not here to invade, I swear. We are not here to invade you, we promise.
Why are y'all here? It's you mother.
But I didn't do anything. I just followed them.
You brought them all. You didn't do anything. Okay.
The leader of the migrants, a player named 3 Below Zero, profusely apologized for the scare, and then the migrants took off. What's going on, Cass?
I know they didn't mean to do that. I'm telling my people not to worry.
Glad to hear.
My people. Cala a boca.
On day 2, players had finally realized that Island 2 was...
Aí, ó, tá vendo? Mod Distant Horizon aí, ó, tá vendo? Cada hora, velho.
Now, on day 2, players had finally realized that Island 2 was not technically an island at all, but an archipelago, or chain of islands. The northern island was an optimal place to settle, with open fields, trees, and wildlife. So naturally, it had the biggest civilizations, including the Commonwealth, the Cask Coalition, and a huge kingdom named Tricolor.
Damn, mas já?
Ruled by a...
No dia 2 o bagulho tá gigante.
Monarch named Jophiel.
Calma aí, então. É por isso, provavelmente a renderização desses caras deve estar bem baixa, deve estar tipo em 8. O servidor tem render de 8, tá ligado? E aí os caras não conseguem ver ali depois dos rios que estão aqui, que tem ilhas pra cá, tá ligado?
Stands for the underground,
the green
for plains, and the blue for the coast.
The center island, meanwhile, had pink cherry blossom trees and was the home of a small nation called
Aí, ó, só tem essa área aí. Lá pra baixo eles não encontraram, entendi.
Oh, God.
It's fantastic.
Okay. And lastly, the southern island was big, but also extremely dense, flooded with jungles and swamps. As a result, nobody really wanted to stay there, although I did find one person.
Ah, não, encontraram sim.
Saps, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my vacation home.
How's this a vacation home? I don't see any lawn chairs or furniture. There's no roof.
Hold your horses there, cowboy. It's not done yet.
Saps was one of the few players who chose not to join any civilizations because he didn't want to get dragged into politics and drama. Still, he made lots of friends across Island 2, his best friend Flux actually being the second in command of the migrant group. Speaking of, 3 Below Zero and the migrants had finally reached their destination all the way up north. Now, other than accidentally invading the Cask Coalition, these guys seemed pretty insignificant. But little did people know, this new civilization was about to change the entire world.
Ih! Caralho! Damn!
We are blessed to live where we live. And we
A porra da
intend to
skin
use
do
it for
3 below
good.
0, mano, do
We are light.
Lamolus com Danon.
We are the light.
E?
We are Luminara.
Que bosta.
The migrants had decided to call their civilization Luminara. They saw themselves as the light of Island 2, the innovators, the inventors. See, the reason 3 below 0 had chosen this specific location to settle, well, it wasn't by accident. After the first day, 3 below 0 had used content and propaganda released by the people of Island 1 to estimate the location of the other island. He then used a coordinate system to calculate the northernmost point of Island 2. His goal was to settle as closely as possible to the other island so that when the day comes, when the borders drop, Luminara can build a massive bridge connecting the 2 islands, giving free passage as a sign of good faith to perhaps bring about world peace.
World peace.
But it wouldn't be that simple. The second in command of Luminara, Flux, as well as
Aê,
a few
papo
concerned...
reto também, viu, mano? Porra, mano, que trabalho foda de narração e de roteirização, mesmo, tipo, sendo um bagulho, tipo, dos próprios players jogando, etc, tá ligado? Os encaixes junto, mano. A comunidade deve ter trabalhado junto pra depois, tipo, terminou o evento e, tipo, os caras escreveram, ó, como foi os dias, o que teve na lore deles, tá ligado? Pra poder encaixar na edição, velho.
Did not want that bridge to be built. They had seen...
Ah, não, mas trilha sonora, isso daí, tipo, é muito foda encaixado, mas trilha sonora é o que não falta, mano. Eu tenho direitos autorais de 2 empresas de trilha sonora, tipo, que dá pra gente tryhardar, além de, tipo, sound effect, então tá de boa.
Island 1
Os vídeos vão sair muito foda. Eu não acho que não chega nesse nível de narração, porque ainda vai ser as primeiras versões, tá ligado?
They knew that people on Island 1 were angry. Their fear was that
E também a voz desse cara não se compara, né, mano?
Island 1 would just use that bridge as an
A voz desse
opportunity to
cara.
invade Luminara and perhaps invade the rest of Island 2, leading to a world war.
Tá porra.
That bridge is a bad idea. Moving up north was a bad idea. Island 1 is going to invade us, and Luminara is going to be their first target.
E caralho.
What about the goal of world peace?
I respect our leader's goal, but he's dead wrong.
Caralho.
We shouldn't be trying to leader's goal, but he's dead wrong.
Mano, os caras fez uma árvore de ouro ali, gastando ouro em vão, mano. Porra é essa?
Shouldn't be trying to befriend our enemies. The way we're going to achieve world peace is by uniting Island 2 against Island 1.
Damn.
What if 3 below 0 says no? What if they finish the bridge?
Well, then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all.
Damn.
As day 2 came to an end.
Mano, mas a Island 1 não tem diamante, velho.
And between islands, leaving people worried
doideira.
about what's going to happen next.
Caralho, o maluco construiu um monte de torrezinha. Caralho, o cara construiu um monte de torrezinha pra vigilância, é isso? Que da hora, velho. Legal. X-Ray papou aqueles Fujima, né, mano?
Back in Island 1, I was watching a small group of pirates who called themselves Al-Karasina.
Al-Karasina, my friend. We're the baddest pirates around.
Now, if you look closely, there was a person of interest hanging around with the pirates.
Lego likes just to take me
Oh,
to
maluco.
run down the mountain.
Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him.
So to be clear, Lego Likes had a bounty on his head, and he was hanging around pirates. You could probably guess how this ends.
Yo, Lego Zanga's here. So is this is everything you guys got, huh? Not much.
Not much. GG, tá na água.
They're boiling him. Oh, no.
Vai morrer.
Oh my gosh. The Al-Karasina pirates had killed Lego Likes, but there was a small problem. Did you hear about the news?
Yeah, I saw it, but we don't know who claimed the bounty. It didn't say it in the chat.
Because Legolikes had technically
não
died
mostrou
of
que...
boiling water instead of a player, Lingolini didn't know who actually killed him. But fortunately for the pirates, when a player dies, the dead player drops their own head, which the pirates believed would be the proof they needed to collect their bounty later today. So you're expecting a payment later?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll
Qual que é o bounty? Mano do céu, o cara é o Barcelona com Jack Sparrow. Que porra é aquilo?
By day 3, players had basically mapped out all of Island 1 and were finally starting to adapt to the environment.
Day 1 was horrific. We literally had bread lines.
As civilizações da Ilha 2 aí é tudo juntinho, mano. Não tem nenhuma no gelo.
Emperor Shood was still the most powerful man on Island 1, and on day 3, he was invited to a big international meeting hosted by a charity group called the Blue Cross.
We invited you here mainly to discuss plans in case the volcano erupts. What are your individual plans?
É mentira que o vulcão pode entrar em erupção, velho.
We don't have any real plan, you know.
What? You don't have plans? If that volcano erupts, you deserve to die.
Whoa.
Damn!
Emperor Shood had come in with good intentions, but it was there that he learned
Boas
that
palavras.
he hates meetings.
I'm gonna go there.
When Emperor Shood left, the other leaders were unsettled. Was this guy really the figurehead of Island 1?
Ele é na verdade.
Okay, we need a better representative.
Then, basically right on cue.
Elysium diplomats, follow me. Bodyguards.
Sorry guys, sorry, I'm late.
This is Benji, and he's the leader of Island 1's second biggest civilization, called Elysium.
Damn.
See, on day 2, Benji had discovered that toward the outer edges of the island, away from the volcano, the water isn't boiling hot anymore. So he founded Elysium, which literally translates to a place of ideal happiness. And he made the nation to give peace-loving people a chance to relax and get away from all the troubles of Island 1.
Ó, ó a música.
Look at these Elysian guys swimming in the water.
Ó a música boa.
That Lord Ish could summon a single mushroom cow.
Alright, if anyone drops a pufferfish in the next 60 seconds, I'll do it.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do? We need the pufferfish. Quick.
There it is.
Alright.
No. We can kill it for leather!
Now, back at the Blue Cross, Benji and the other leaders discussed the possibility of creating a full Island 1 alliance. All the leaders at the meeting, including Westholme's representatives, believed that given the harsh conditions of Island 1, an island-wide alliance could be a game changer. But first...
Before we make this official, we have to convince everyone else to join.
See, there were a few civilizations not present at the meeting, and to complete the full Island 1 alliance, the Blue Cross would have to go out and get them all on board. First was the Alcaracina pirates, who coincidentally happened to pass by the meeting as it was happening.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
They were on their way to collect their bounty from the second nation not yet in the alliance, the Lingolini Mafia. Oh, yes, they're waiting.
Tá até hoje com essa construção de merda, velho. Olha lá.
Oh, it's a me. Ooh, mamma mia. It looks like a small brain. It sure looks like a Legolites.
Meanwhile, the Nevermore cult would probably be a little bit more difficult to convince, but the Blue Cross said they'd try anyway.
O cara é fechadão,
As for the fourth and final nation, well, it was a bit of a mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated.
Caralho? Já tá no day 3 e o cara já fizeram essa porra? Damn. Esse daí tá do mal, hein?
A mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated and secretive. They were also rumored to have an extremely strict government, but also a large amount of very skilled fighters. As a result, people were kind of scared to approach them.
Caralho, os guarda parado, mano.
Eventually, to complete the Blue Cross alliance.
Esquemático no talo.
If this alliance works out, it wouldn't matter that they all lived on the poor
True
island.
fatos, mas o que importa é o entretenimento, né, mano?
The most powerful force in the world would become Island 1.
Os caras se organizou rápido, mano.
Island 1 was supposed to lose, but now they were on the verge of turning their lives around completely.
Oh, eles têm diamante também. Eles têm diamante. Ah, então tem diamante dos dois lados. É porque eu acho que é melhor ter dos dois lados, senão vai dar merda, pô. Vantagem pra outra ilha, né, mano? Ah, que isso. Começou a merda. Ai que é foda.
As you can see, there was a bit of commotion at the Commonwealth. They had just exploded their own land because of a miscommunication. What happened was one of the 5 leaders, Coraline, got the idea that the Commonwealth was planning to move east. So she started telling everyone to move. Thus, believing that they wouldn't need their old land anymore, one of the citizens just decided to blow it up.
I thought we were moving.
What? We're not moving. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Overall, the Commonwealth was having trouble getting anything done because the 5 leaders were constantly fighting over power.
Puta que pariu. Jesus.
See, there were 5 leaders, each with 1 vote. But because they were originally 5 separate nations, each with a differing amount of citizens, should the smallest faction's vote have the same weight as the biggest faction's vote?
It is ridiculous that Armin's vote is worth the same as mine. I mean, I need about 50 people, and he has like, barely 5.
Because of all the fighting and disarray, Commonwealth citizens started moving to other nations like the Cass Coalition.
Damn.
Cass's style of governing, letting people do whatever they want, was making her very popular with her people.
Oh?
I've been with Cass since pretty much the beginning, and she's established a democracy, a true one.
Really focused on like letting everybody do their thing.
But at the same time, the lack of any regulation.
Dominou então o bagulho. Essa aí é a CEO então.
Like players making strange and ugly buildings. So to solve this, Cass hired a building inspector.
I have placed a lot of foundation for a glorious city, basically made out of stone. That way no one can burn us down.
However, the building inspector did get a little power hungry.
Ah.
What's going on here?
He said he's gonna demolish my house because it's not up to building code.
É um lixo, né?
Not up to code.
So then, citizens took matters into their own hands. What? Anyway,
Caralho!
the biggest nations on Island 2 were still the Commonwealth,
Caralho!
the Cass Coalition, and Tricolor.
Ok.
Tricolor was a medieval civilization separated into 3 regions, one of them being an underground city.
Oh
my gosh. This is big.
Damn.
People didn't really know that much about Jofiel and Tricolor because they tended to be more private. Jofiel was more interested in building up Tricolor rather than doing outside
Oh, mas essa dele tá bonita, hein?
People
Caralho.
would still come to Jofiel with all the political news of Island 2.
I am so tired of the politics already.
I've got some news. People are concerned with Aperion trying to colonize them.
Oh my god.
Now, this particular rumor about a group named
Política é
Aperion
foda.
colonizing people
Chato pra
happened to be
caralho.
false. Aperion was just a small town led by a player named Alkaline, and it was actually the only nation other than Luminara that directly bordered the ocean next to Island 1.
Ó. Bonitinha.
That said, the rumor that Island 1 was uniting was true, which got some people worried, especially the 2 border states. So, Jofiel invited over all the major leaders and diplomats of Island 2 for an emergency meeting. The only leader who declined was 3 Below Zero because he was busy building the Luminara Bridge. So he sent in his place his second in command, Flux. Flux, what's your plan here?
O cara que não gosta, né,
I don't
de...
care what 3 Below Zero says, we need to make sure everyone unites against Island 1.
É, que não gosta da outra ilha. O que mais mostra que é guerra.
On Island 2, Jofiel invited a neutral mediator, someone who could lead the meeting in a fair manner and wasn't a part of any nation.
Saparata.
Where are you going?
Apparently they're making me lead the meeting with all the
Saparata.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh no, I'm not excited. I'm terrified. I'm accidentally gonna cause a war.
Alright, I think everyone's here.
Welcome.
Well, we at the great and mighty Commonwealth are looking forward to a productive conversation.
Thanks, it's great.
So, as the president of Aperion, I'm actually really worried about our town, which is why I'm proposing we all join a defense pact. If one of us gets attacked, all of us are under attack.
Here.
I can agree to
Yeah,
that.
I like that. That's good.
That's a good start, but if Island 1 attacks, say, Luminara, well, by the time you can even arrive to defend us, everyone at Luminara will already be dead.
Which is why I think we need to focus our efforts on preventing an attack in the first place.
An attack is inevitable.
I'm
just saying.
Hold on, Flux. Let Jovial finish.
Damn.
Island 1 is starving. They're not going to attack us. They have bigger problems.
Tomou corte.
And imagine for a second how quickly we could change their hearts and minds if
instead of treating them as an enemy, we send them aid.
I think Joe feels right. We do the defense pact, but we also send aid to Island 1. Basically, we're ready for an attack, but we try our best to prevent it. I'm on board with that.
Esse cara não quer guerra.
The Commonwealth agrees.
Guys, no, this is ridiculous. Island 1 is literally making propaganda saying death to Island 2.
Ah, é, aparece no Discord. É verdade, é verdade. Esse cara mandou no Discord essa porra, né?
You want to send aid to them? Guess what? They're gonna take whatever you send them. Food, armor, weapons, and they're gonna use all of that against us.
He might have a point.
Hold on. Island 1 isn't evil. They're not savages. They just need help.
You cannot be this naive.
Well, there's a guy under the table. There's a guy under the table.
Everyone is super on edge. They're worried about traps.
Guys.
Cara de baixo é foda ali mesmo.
Is united. They have hundreds of people all aligned in the same goal, to kill us and take our resources. If they decide to attack any single one of our nations, it'll be easy. All they'll need to do is walk ahead, which is why we need to either merge all of our nations right now.
É
we
verdade,
all choose
mano.
a spot and combine into one civilization. Either that or we attack
Fazer uma super cidade junta. Juntar tudo ia ser da hora.
What's crazy, Joe Feel, is you leading all of us to our death.
Oh my god.
Damn!
If we don't do this, it's the end of Island 2.
Flex,
We can't do that. That's crazy.
What is happening?
All right, everyone,
Selfish.
Everyone. We can't fight. Let's just vote. All in favor of Flux's plan to treat Island 1 as an enemy, say aye.
Aye.
Só ele, caralho. Caralho. Damn.
All in favor of sending aid to Island 1.
Ih, vai dar merda essa galera ficar mandando recursos pros caras lá, hein. Eita porra. Fudeu.
Meanwhile, at West Helm, I ran into something interesting.
Our next song is called Island 1.
Oh my god.
Eles têm model no bagulho? Que porra é essa?
This guy?
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon.
Well, he had joined a band that produced actual songs and
What?
performed them all across Island 1.
Textura custom? É, só pode ser mesmo. Não, mano. Ô, caralho.
No resources to speak of, except a wooden tree.
Let's go! Everyone loved the Island 1 band, including Emperor Spoon, who found that the music
Ah, não, mas aí isso daí foi combinado.
of his citizens.
Aí prepararam isso daí. Aí não tem nem como não ser,
is a
velho.
productive citizen.
West Helm took us in,
É, aí não tem nem como.
and gave us a little home.
Even though Emperor Spoon was a chaotic figure, West Helm itself was the opposite. It had an army, a storage system, and a hierarchy, from emperor all the way down to citizen or plebeian.
Caralho,
And of
plebeu.
course, there was the Colosseum, which when finished, will play a major role in West Helm's justice system.
Damn.
That said, Emperor Spood was not happy when he heard that yesterday, Benji and the other leaders had been talking poorly about him.
Okay, we need a best representative.
Our final goal is to put Benji Button in here. No, that is a joke. That is a joke.
You don't want Benji to die, do you?
Well, I mean...
Benji and the other leaders
Ih, vou matar o
concerned
Benji.
that Emperor Spood is unstable and may one day try to take
Esse
over
imperador vai
the
fazer
entire
merda, mano.
island.
Ele vai matar todo mundo,
And their
velho.
concerns only grew when
Caralho.
Spood was caught listening to Napoleon on Spotify. But they also knew that if Island 2 were to ever attack, they needed Spood on their side, so they didn't know what to do.
Island 1, well, here we are. I just want to say, thank you.
Olho do cara, que porra é isso, velho?
For your support. You're welcome. All the best. Glory to West Helm.
Meanwhile, Seneca, the Queen of Infernus, had decided to begin building a massive castle for her people. A beautiful home base that would hover directly over the volcano.
Da hora.
Yesterday at the Island 1 meeting, a lot of leaders expressed worries about rumors that the volcano
Mais
may
esquemático.
erupt,
É
and they
óbvio
talked
que é,
about how
porra.
we each take different precautions. Everyone believed
não,
that
né?
the volcano was dangerous, except
Talvez
for
não.
Seneca, who had decided to take the opposite approach.
It's all just paranoia. If we really value the volcano, we
Não é
need
tão
to have
bonito pra ser
faith in one
esquemático, não. Não é
The main
esquemático.
goal of
É bem de
Infernus
boa, na
as a
real.
civilization was to preserve the sacred land of the volcano. So what better way to show faith and demonstrate loyalty than
Da hora
to
as
make your
correntes.
home right above it?
E o Lingolini?
Lingolini, meanwhile, decided to make his home underground within the volcano.
Que basezinha bebê, hein? Ah, não.
Lingolini's main goal was to get rich, and having direct access to iron and gold was one reason for him and the mafia to live there. But it wasn't the main
E aonde
reason.
tem diamante
Remember
nessa
this
ilha?
interaction from day one?
Hold on, can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really? Scattered throughout the volcano were pieces of netherite, the rarest and most powerful mineral in all of Minecraft. Not even Island 2 had netherite. It was the single secret advantage that Island 1 had. And the only ones who knew about it were the Lingolini Mafia and Infernus.
Mas não deve ter muito, né? Só no vulcão não deve ter
Now,
muito.
even though Infernus didn't exactly like how Lingolini was desecrating what they consider to be sacred land, they made a deal with him. The Mafia can keep mining so long as they provide Infernus with some of the minerals they find.
Ela chegou depois e dominou o bagulho.
Lingolini was
Ah, não.
unsatisfied.
Lingolini tinha que matar.
They want cheap labor.
Lingolini tem que matar essa garota aí, mano.
Lingolini didn't like how Infernus was basically forcing the Mafia to mine for them with nothing in return. So he secretly instructed everyone in the Mafia not to give Infernus anything.
Ih, caralho. Mano, o Lingolini... Os caras chegou depois e o Lingolini já dominou, velho. Lingolini foi lento, hein? Foi fraco.
Infernus never asked for those minerals and forgets about the deal entirely. Otherwise, he would be in a lot of trouble. That said, despite this conflict, the rest of the Island 1 unification effort was going very well.
Essa é legal caralho, ele
Earlier today,
chegou antes,
Lingolini
mano.
had decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance.
Ó.
Thank you all so much for having me.
Having me.
The Alcaracina pirates were also eager to join, and surprisingly, so was Nevermore.
Agora
There was
aquela...
one holdout.
Aí mataram 10 pessoas e deixaram a cabeça lá, velho. Caralho.
This mysterious civilization was called the Covenant, and it was ruled by a dictator named Turntap. How are you elected exactly? By vote of the people or the vote of yourself?
Elected?
Turntap wasn't sure about joining the Island 1 alliance because the people of the Covenant were generally skeptical of outsiders. They only took pride in their own nation, especially in their army, which was composed of really good PvPers who weren't above using torture to get their way.
Os bonecão aí ficou da hora, velho. As estátuas.
Now, I felt a little bad for this player, so I threatened the Covenant. Covenant uses water torture. I'm reporting this to Sidefall News.
No, don't go to Sidefall.
So I went to the local news reporter. Sidefall, I have a story for you. I just caught the Covenant waterboarding one of their own people.
Oh. Well, I'm paid off by them, so I don't really care.
What?
Dude, it's free money.
You know what?
It's called a business for a reason. It's called for profit.
Sidefall ran a news business with questionable ethics. He was also known for making up fake stories, writing things like "the lava is rising" just to sell more papers. That said, earlier today he had made
Pô, os caras fazem uns Photoshop da hora, mano.
The entire island.
Caralho, que foda, velho.
Island 1 had a lot of known dangers, from the lava layer to the boiling water to the powdered snow. But there was one last danger that nobody knew about until now.
Ai, fodeu. Ai, fodeu. Aí, acabou.
Meanwhile, the people of Island 2 had spent the day building their
É só fudir,
civilizations
mano.
and
Caralho, tá fácil esse diamante, hein?
Yesterday, their leaders had voted that whenever the border drops, Island 2 would send aid to Island 1, hoping this gesture would lead to peace.
Porra!
Not everyone agreed with this approach.
Só ele não não
When
concordou.
Flux returned home to Luminara, 3 Below Zero was furious at Flux for causing chaos at the meeting and for going against Luminara's values. 3 Below Zero, as the leader of Luminara, was actually heavily in favor of sending aid to Island 1. The whole point of the Luminara Bridge was to make peace with Island 1, not to start a war. As a result, 3 Below Zero demoted Flux from his position as second in command.
Mandou embora o cara mais lúcido, mano.
I spoke with Legacy, a citizen of Luminara.
Yeah, Flux has been gone all day. People here don't really like him anymore.
Flux and his crew had spent the day building a secret bunker under the ocean, a place for them to hide if Island 1 attacks. And then Flux spent the rest of the day helping his best friend, Saps, finish building his home.
Despite all the chaos, Sap still reached out to me after I was demoted.
Mr. Mediator, what a good friend.
Flux over here can be a little unpredictable, but he's my friend, and I know he genuinely wants the best for us.
Even though Flux was much more ambitious than Saps, these two had become very good friends.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah. Ele já tava desde o início junto, né?
But just as day 4 was about to come to a peaceful end, something happened that would change the course of Island 2 forever.
Ih, mano. Oi, ninguém vai ficar lá no pântano? Sério? Nenhuma cidade no pântano? Caralho. Eita, pô, GTA. Damn!
Jofiel, the leader of one of Island 2's largest civilizations, was walking across Tricolor with her second-in-command, Seraphim.
Vai tentar matar. É óbvio. Não. Deu hit. Muito burro, mano. Deu hit. Mostrou, quer ver?
What?
Pelo amor de Deus, é muito estúpido.
No way. The second in command of Tricolor had just killed their own leader. And immediately, all of Island 2 went on lockdown.
What? Wait, what?
What? Everyone was confused about what caused this to happen. They killed Jofiel.
Caralho.
After Seraphim fled, Tricolor was in complete disarray.
Vazou, Seraphim vazou.
Back at Saps' place, Flux told Saps it might be a good idea for him to call an emergency meeting with all the leaders. So, for the sake of the island, Saps agreed
matou mais de boa.
Tomorrow, but
mais
for
fofinho.
now, he and many others headed to Tricolor
Por que
to
matou
help
mais
them
fofinho?
restore order.
Ok, olha. Toma. Ah, ele. Putz, mané. É do grupo do moleque que tá embaixo d'água, o Fluxion, né? É ele que foi pra baixo d'água ali na ponte? Ah, a estratégia dos mano. Entendi. Da hora, velho. Genial.
Now, Island 2 wasn't the only place that would face
Genial,
tragedy.
genial.
Oh, what? The leader of the Alcaracina Pirates, Noble Bucket, died very suddenly. Alright, they sent me the footage of what happened. Oh, no. He doesn't know the lava layer's there.
Oh! No. I think I'm dead.
Oh my god.
With world leaders dying left and right, the media had plenty to report on.
Ai, caralho.
The most trusted news company was from Elysium, called Daybreak Media.
We're #1 because we actually report the truth.
Damn!
And later into day 5, the news would get even
Zoou Sidefall.
For
Caralho.
purposes of unity, the Covenant had finally decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance, thus successfully uniting the entirety
Agora
of
ficou forte.
Island 1.
Puta, o
But
piratão
right
morreu,
away,
mano.
the strength of this alliance would be tested.
Deu aí.
Earlier, a citizen of Infernus had accidentally told someone outside of Infernus that there was netherite in the volcano. And this news spread all across
Puta
the
merda.
island.
Agora vem os Funederite, né?
This was a disaster for Infernus and the Linguolini Mafia, who had been trying to keep the existence of netherites to themselves.
Fodeu.
Immediately after hearing about the
Agora vai dar
the
um
Covenant
caos.
sent a mining expedition into the volcano without telling Infernus. And lo
Caralho.
and behold, they confirmed there was netherite.
Só que os caras não tem Dima, pelo que parece.
Because the Covenant had a scary reputation and a ruthless army, Queen Seneca of Infernus felt it was in her best interest to allow the Covenant to mine. But when other nations like Westhelm started asking if they too could mine in the volcano, Seneca said no.
Ih, vai criar um caos. Sempre vai ter uma coisa pra dar problema, velho.
People are saying we're being selfish. They're the ones being selfish.
Você que roubou o Linguline, caralho. Linguline, mata ela, pelo amor de Deus, velho.
Island 2 is rich. We are not. Now with netherite, we actually have a chance of evening the playing field, but the volcano people are hogging it.
Before any fighting could break out, the Blue Cross quickly reached out to all the leaders and told them to put this issue on hold.
A ONU aí, ó, a ONU.
Inviting everyone here tomorrow so we can all talk this through peacefully.
Os caras fez a ONU. Cala a boca.
We're Island 1. We cannot.
Quem é o CEO da ONU aí que vai decidir as nações aí, mano? Cadê as Nações Unidas aí, mano? Cala a boca.
Meanwhile, Island 2 was still processing the death of Jophiel.
Even though I was just a farmer, you know, you still made me feel important.
Saps would invite all the leaders for a meeting later so they could coordinate a hunt for Seraphim and discuss their plans for when the border inevitably drops.
Ooh. Damn.
Now, after Jophiel's death,
Caralho!
Color had lost a lot of its power.
Mas assim, nossa, tá
which left the
vazio.
island with really one dominant nation, the Commonwealth.
Pô, as construções tá da hora dessa cidade ali.
But remember from
Caralho,
Day 3 how the
mó
5
templo.
Commonwealth leaders were in constant fights with each other?
It is ridiculous that Alvin's vote is worth the same as mine.
Well, this all came to a head on Day 5 when one of the leaders was caught plotting to
Caralho,
take
papo
control
reto,
of
mano.
the entire Commonwealth. So, another Commonwealth leader then paid an assassin to, well...
Mentira. Matou.
Wolfram's dead.
What? We just witnessed murder!
After this,
Oh
people
my
from the Commonwealth
God.
lost even more faith in their governments.
No way.
Commonwealth citizen went to the Caste Coalition to complain to Caste directly.
I got information that there might be netherite on the other island. My leadership said, quote, netherite is useless.
Netherite is, of course, not useless. I think that's a foolish statement.
As the Commonwealth erupted, the Caste Coalition thrived.
Vai crescer, essa kamikaze ela sabe
They did
conversar.
have their own problems. Is this your employee?
Yes, he is.
That implies I get paid.
Is he not getting paid?
Skip out on work.
You hear this woman?
Probably
Earlier, Daddy had ditched work to attend a party
this woman?
in Barbieland. So as punishment, his employers forced him to risk his life and chop down one of the tallest trees in the Caste Coalition. He's asking for help.
You have to yell louder. I can't hear you. You're so far up. You
Que isso, velho? O cara gosta de sofrer?
to the ground.
Ah, qual é, mano?
What the? Now, because of this recent
o
tragedy,
Árvore já
Cass
morreu,
decided to
mano.
stay home from Saps' meeting.
Você é louco.
That said, every other major leader was now on their way. As the leaders and representatives arrived, there was one person who would be notably absent, banned from attending the meeting. Before the meeting started, Flux called me to his underground bunker because he had something, quote, important to tell me. Flux, what are you gonna do?
Well, first, let me just explain. I'm not allowed to attend this meeting because the leaders of this island are utterly incompetent.
Caralho!
They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us. And their response is, let's give Island 1 more gear. It's completely brainless, and it's going to result in
brain
all
dead.
our people dying.
Holy brain dead! Holy shit!
You got a plan?
I had a plan, but nobody listened. They all voted against it. Look, we can still save this island, but the current leadership has to go.
Hey! Gotta go! Man gotta go, man gotta go.
Has to go.
Man gotta go. Jophiel já foi primeiro.
Has to go.
Vai matar todo mundo? Caralho! What the fuck?
Done waiting. It's gonna happen today.
Damn. War is fantastic, man.
Welcome. Thank you all for coming. We have a lot of very important stuff to talk about.
You know, during the first meeting, there was one person there who actually understood what I was saying. Seraphim reached out to me, asked me if they could help in any way. I told Seraphim to kill Jofield. And today, we will finish the job!
Caralho, caralho! Ah, não é possível que isso daí não é scriptado. Cala a boca, velho.
Wait, so Seraphim gets there. What actually happens next?
Something I didn't want to do, but something that needs to be done. I'm going to save this island by any means necessary.
I would like to bring you to the table. If you agree with full chaos on Seraphim, please say aye.
Aye. Are you sure this is gonna work?
I don't know, but we have no other choice.
Alright, so I have something.
Fudeu.
Is there a possibility, any possibility, that the assassination of Wolfram and the assassination of Jofield by Seraphim is any way connected? Is there a conspiracy going on right now? Do we think that's a thing? Are leaders safe?
Barulho de água, não ouviram.
Flux, do you feel any guilt doing all this?
Vai explodir tudo com o TNT?
Well, part of me feels bad for Saps.
I also don't think the leaders are safe.
What do you mean you feel bad for Saps?
He has no idea what's about to happen to him.
Vai matar todo mundo.
But if you had to betray one person to save 1,000,
aí é foda.
Would you?
Caralho! Nossa senhora. Nossa, foi uma galera. Nossa!
Is this all a setup? Saps, look, where's Saps? Where did he go? Did Saps do this? Wait, Saps? You have to find him.
Put him down! Kill him! Kill Saps! Saps, where are you?
Fugiu, vazou. Ah, viram ele ali depois, ó. Dá pra ver os carinha correndo ali na montanha. Caralho. Pô, pior que dá mó dano essa porra, né, velho? É tipo insta mesmo, né? Quase. Bem feito, hein? Ganha.
It was a new day, and Island 2 was in shock.
Luto.
On day 4, when Saps was in Tricolor helping the people after the death of Jofield, Flux and his crew had built a trap in his roof. And Saps did not know they had done this. He had been framed by his friend Flux, used as a scapegoat for Flux's plan.
Não, explodiu tudo, entendi, velho.
But because they had to rush to build the trap, it actually wasn't fully successful. Some of the dripstone, including the one meant for 3 Below Zero, had failed. But overall, the trap still killed the leader of Aperion, Alkaline Alk, a leader of the Commonwealth, Coraline, and 4 other very high-ranking officials from across the island.
Damn!
The people of Island 2 were devastated, confused, and angry.
Our leader's dead.
What just happened?
Our leader is
After the
dead.
trap went off, Seraphim was immediately caught and killed. Oh!
Matou o Serafim.
When more people found out about how exactly their leaders died, their anger wasn't really towards Seraphim, but toward the person they believed was behind it all, Saps. And it made sense. Saps knew he'd be hosting leaders at his home. It was his roof that had a secret trap. A trap that happened to fit perfectly into the design of the roof. Saps was about as guilty as it was possible to be.
Caralho.
All the major Island 2 nations, from the Commonwealth to the Cast Coalition to Tricolor to Luminara, declared Saps to be hunted down and killed, while Flux got away with it all.
Damn! Aí, o Flux jogou bem. Blood jogou bem pra caralho. Dev to quê? Dev to Sebs.
It was announced that tomorrow, on day 7, the border between the two islands will
The Black Pearl! Eu vi um barco ali.
Both islands now have 1 day to prepare.
Foda. Foda. A musiquinha.
Now, when the people of Island 1 saw the chaos happening on the other island, most just didn't really care about it. A lot of the hatred against Island 2 that was popular in the early days had faded away. That is, except for this player named Oppenheimer, who was determined to take out Barbie Land because
Oppenheimer.
The Barbie movie had outsold the Oppenheimer movie.
I'm building a nuclear rocket that will make yesterday's chaos look like child's.
Cala a boca, velho. Cala a boca. Como que faz um foguete no Minecraft que vai de um lado pro outro? Ah, pelo amor de Deus, velho. Isso daí você vai pra cima. Dá pra fazer pra cima só. Só pra cima.
But when Oppenheimer tried testing his nuke, it went up and up and up.
Foi embora.
And was never seen again.
Os pistão lá.
Day 6 did present some new challenges for some of the civilizations. For example, at Nevermore, what is this? What are you doing up here?
Ah, you know.
I got voted out because they hate me.
Oh! Come on! No, Josh! What about me?
Matou. Se matou.
I didn't do anything. I blame Ish. Meanwhile, at Elysium,
I hate being a leader. Everyone here is so stubborn.
Benji was having trouble getting laws passed because his people kept opposing any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle. The people of Elysium were generally skeptical of government officials, sometimes even holding trials against them. Although this particular trial did not go to plan.
Guys, somebody stole Gerald. The mushroom cow, Gerald, has been stolen.
Ô, mano, como que ninguém não matou essa vaca até agora, velho? Como não chegou um retardado e falou, mano, vou matar só pelo meme, velho. Doideira isso. Mano, verdade, a madeirinha caiu da árvore. O mundo entrou em caos, velho. Ô, Gillette, tu tá aí, Gillette? Faz aquele do... Pede aquela thumb do Hot Bar também. Vou peidar. 3, 2, 1 e... Só foi lembrar no Rosette, eu... Nossa, foi. Eu sei que é comida infinita, mas como ninguém matou, velho? Oh! Ah, começou a merda, velho.
What is he? Permanently closed. All food is now at... Remy, are you behind the murder of Dinos Earth? Anyway, on day 6, the West Home Coliseum was finally complete. What do you plan?
Mano, é verdade que vai ter de criança no nosso evento, mano, que vai ter microfone, vai ficar só teclando, não vai falar nada, falar tipo, sim. Aham. Nossa, velho. Deve ter muito aí, mano. Vai ser insano, velho. Os caras, mano, vergonhinha, mano. Nossa senhora, velho.
Do I actually have to say legally?
No?
Maybe a little bit of blood will be shed. That's all I can say.
While Shood was a popular leader who got things done, he had also developed a reputation of being a little unstable. He said outlandish things, he can't stand meetings, and his justice system wasn't by courthouse, but by combat. This is something Spood's first attempted assassin, Ramsayer, tried to prevent. It's why he tried to kill Spood, and he wouldn't be the only one.
Por ser louco? Ou será que é estratégia? Olha o tamanho da cidade do cara. Mano, se a cabeça do Spood tá desse tamanho, cara, aqui, só aqui, deve ter quase 200 players, velho. Só aqui deve ter quase 200 players, mano. Bizarro, velho. Olha o tamanho comprado dos outros ali em cima, velho.
West Helm, with aims
O cara tem o poder, o maior poder mesmo na porra do evento inteiro, velho.
overthrow and murder Spoon.
10 dias.
The two leading figures are West Helm citizen
Get down,
Ramsey
Mr.
Pie
President,
and
get
West Helm's
down.
head builder,
Sir, get
Night
down.
Arcturus.
You know, I helped design his Coliseum, not knowing Spood actually wanted to use it for bloodshed. He's insane.
The first part of their plan was to take out Spood's second in command, a player named Oo.
Oh,
Second in command down. But Ramsey Pie was immediately chased down by West Helm's
You
army.
could have made something happen, man.
Oh. With Ramsey Pie dead, Night Arcturus became the sole leader of the revolution. But he also
A revolução.
became the sole leader of the
A revolução aí, ó. Revolução foda. Revolução incrível. 2 player contra 200. Puta que pariu.
But he also knew it was only a matter of time before Spood finds out
3v200. Who's gonna win?
about his plans.
I want to make one thing clear. Anybody who is caught plotting against me will be executed in the name of West Helm. Glory to West Helm.
West Helm.
Now, before the border drops, the Island 1 leaders all met to discuss what to do about the Netherites in the volcano. Going into the meeting, people were not happy with Infernus and the Linguini Mafia, who were believed to be keeping Netherite to themselves.
Please keep all your weapons holstered at all times unless you absolutely have to take them.
The meeting began with West Helm's representative and Spood's newly appointed second-in-command, Spider.
He asked if you had netherite, and you lied. You said there was no netherite, that you had looked in it, and that you hadn't found any.
Because people were immediately starting to gang up on Infernus, Benji from Elysium tried to keep the peace.
Why is it Infernus's job to report on the netherite? There were people literally going into their territory, mine without authorization, and then accuse them of doing something wrong.
After some more discussion, Infernus was asked the big question.
É, mano, mas assim, é uma nação inteira, tem as cidades e tudo mais, mas, bom, é o terreno deles, né? Mas, mano, o que me pira é o Linguini ter abandonado o vulcão que era dele, ele chegou primeiro, né? O fato dele ter, tipo, deixado ela entrar e ele fica ali embaixo escondidinho é doideira.
To mining underneath the volcano.
Linguini tá comendo merda, Linguini.
It is still our land. It is still the place where we live. And of course, trade, things like trade are important, but in terms of opening up the volcano, it is an adamant no.
Ooh. Wow. Now, Lingolini, Seneca's biggest ally, was about to speak, but what he ended up saying was unexpected.
We have to humbly disagree with Infernus of not allowing anyone else to mine in the volcano. This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that. Shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
Oh!
Yes. Hell yes.
Soon, people started offering deals to Infernus.
I believe we'd be open to give you resources since it is your land.
But Seneca still said no.
The volcano is still our sacred land. We don't want hundreds of people there mining and ravaging it.
As a result, Lingolini went even further.
On the day one, Mario was here first on the volcano, and we're able to mine there, but it's not fair that no one else can mine. While your queen is over there with the diamond boots,
hey!
You don't even have any armor.
God damn!
Eventually, people started using scare tactics.
That volcano is insanely active right now. It will most likely erupt within the next 2 days.
I doubt it.
No,
that's sci-fi propaganda. That's propaganda.
And so, after even more discussion, West Helm made a final plea.
We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all, or you have an opportunity to totally destroy that unitedness.
But Seneca still wouldn't budge.
For now, it's a no.
So, Lingolini made a big announcement.
Mario has a large chunk of territory in the volcano. The Linguini family declares independence from Infernus, and we will open mining to anybody who wants to mine.
Damn! Pô, Linguini! Menina toda homem, essa menina, cê é louco, velho. Essa daí que é como? Essa Cínica aqui, ela tá, mano, ela tá querendo a vida, mano. Essa cínica dominou o bagulho, querendo só o netherite dela. E, mano, cê é louco, foda-se. É isso. Aqui chegou o primeiro Lingulas.
Saps, what just happened?
Dude, what just happened? Every leader in front of me just died.
And you had nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me. Someone was in the roof. I'm getting framed-ish.
Following yesterday's trap, Saps was on the run, as he was now the most wanted and notorious criminal on Island 2.
I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do?
He had no choice but to hide amongst the dense jungles and swamps of the southern island. But he also knew that the longer he hid, the more guilty he looked. So earlier, he had decided that he would turn himself in under the condition that he is given a fair trial.
For those who find this, I'm innocent,
Flux,
Seps.
meanwhile, was satisfied with the success of his plan, but it wasn't over quite yet.
We got 2 leaders left to kill. Call me Cass, and of course, the guy who demoted me.
And because Seraphim was
quer matar o Below
Flux
Zero.
sent another member of his crew to take care of the job. Oh no.
Vai matar o Below Zero.
Oh,
Below Zero sozinho parado. Meu Deus.
To the world, this looked like
Revenge no Below Zero, toma.
Assassination. But to Flux, it was a strategic progression toward making the people of
Mano,
Island 2
a Calma em casa,
paranoid.
ele não vai conseguir matar mais nem fudendo. É muita gente nela ali, velho. A cidade é lotada, velho. Não vai, velho, não vai.
In fact, the new leadership of Tricolor was already preparing
Ele já tem 5 cabeças
Island 1
junto.
to invade.
I think we should secure our nation, make sure we have plans when inevitable war and fighting starts.
Sending aid to Island 1 was officially off the table, and the construction of the Luminara Bridge had come to a stop. After all these days, Flux's plan was finally working. Now, the Cast Coalition, meanwhile, hosted a diplomatic meeting on Day 6 to try and increase the morale of Island 2 before the border drops. Although Cass herself was too scared to attend the meeting.
Caralho.
I want to enter, but my members are telling me not to because there was an attempt on my life yesterday.
Right. Because Cass was one of the last remaining major leaders on Island 2, she now had guards with her at all times.
Mano, ele vai matar todo mundo e vai dominar o bagulho, velho.
Want to make sure you guys do not die. Please don't die.
That said, everyone would soon be tuning into the trial of
Please
Saporama
don't die.
to find out whether Saps will be freed or executed. Several nations argued over who would get to host the trial, but the Commonwealth ended up winning.
Já dá pra entender que não foi o Sep, mano. Depois que aquele cara matou o 3 Below Zero. Damn, strongest.
But first...
Down in the mines, they've all been searching for something. Down in the mines,
Why is it up here?
Vai subir essa porra.
No, they're not.
Wait, can you come over to me?
They're bringing it to the surface.
Aí não, né? Nossa, vai morrer uma galera, velho. Vai morrer uma galera, mano. Nossa, toma. Rising Lava.
Rising Lava? So remember that discovery that Sidefall made? Well, it was a warden, also known as the most dangerous creature in all of
Deram name de Rising Lava, mano.
And then renamed the warden to Rising Lava, so that when he was accidentally killed by it, the entirety of Island 1 went into a panic. The lava is not rising, but this
Pra
is
parecer que tá subindo a lava no vulcão. Cala a boca, velho. Genial, genial. Genial, velho. Os caras pensam mesmo, os caras têm cérebro, velho. Essa é a lava subindo aí, ó. Nossa.
Dude, how is anyone gonna stop this? Until eventually it got to West Helm. But the West Helm army was ready.
Caralho, uma arma absurda, meu. Caralho! Tá porra. Cara, é um hit, mano. Full Iron é um hit, velho.
Oh my gosh.
Nossa. Nossa. Fudeu, velho.
Welcome to West Helm.
Traparam. Ó. Remy the Rat. Por que o Remy tava ali, mano? Olhando só. Clássica música. Toma Epidemic Sound aí.
Including the murder of Joe Field, the murder of Alkaline Al, and the
Mr. Beast
murder
Musics.
of our very own Coraline. I will hear the prosecution's argument, followed by the defense, and then I shall make my ruling.
Damn. You suck.
Prosecution, go ahead.
Your Honor, Saps constructed a meeting hall which contained the deadly trap, pointed at everybody but himself. As a prelude for the meeting, he had his accomplice, Seraphim, assassinate his leader before running to the trigger, ready to pull the trap. He then fled the scene after the trap went off.
Você viu quem é que tá falando, né? O Thomas. Que tá junto com o Fluxion.
The prosecution then called a survivor of the trap, Zekor, to the stand.
We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saprada.
Saprada.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps.
Damn.
You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island. May your death today satisfy us all.
Caralho,
Then
satisfazer.
it was time for the defense, for Saps to give the most important speech of his life.
All I ever wanted for this island was peace and cooperation between the nations. The loss at the meeting yesterday was extremely devastating and came out of nowhere. But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area.
He's gonna expose them.
And we're the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, Saratoga, High Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Hold on.
When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Não, já sabia já.
He was betrayed and framed by his
Era óbvio, né, mano? Era o único que ajudou a construir.
Making a critical mistake.
I find it rather interesting that Three Below, the leader of Luminara, is one of the only people who survived the trap. I find that rather interesting.
What about it? The trap too.
Well, Saps falsely assumed that 3 Below Zero, the beloved leader of Luminara, was also behind the murders. And with that mistake, Saps turned
Se ele não falasse isso, era GG.
Saps, is that all you have to say?
I guess.
All right, I'm ready to make my decision. Judge Timebomb, find Saparado.
Ele não devia ter falado do 3 Below Zero, GG.
Guilty on all counts.
Eita porra.
To be taken to the top of the gauntlet and executed immediately.
Ah, que merda, velho. GG. Aí, gente pra porra. Caralho! GG. Ei!
Is he running? No way. No way.
Não tem como. Boa, jogou bem. Caralho. O Thomas atrás dele, hein? Ai.
Fall damage.
No! Fugiu, velho.
Where'd he go? Bodyguards.
He escaped, man.
Caralho.
He actually get away.
You gotta be kidding me. No!
Aí, mano, pior que Deus jogou bem ali, viu, mano? Aquela aguinha, tipo, os blocos na parede, beleza, normal. Mas aquela aguinha dele fez a play, velho. Aquela aguinha dele ali foi foda, velho.
You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island.
Murderer.
Murderer. Killer. Right. Guilty on all counts.
Disgrace to all of the islands.
Saps, why did you do this?
Saps, why did you do this? Separata. Mano, pode esse vídeo vai ser só entre ele agora, velho. Agora vai abrir a safe. Why did you redeem it?
Shouldn't have been dropping soon.
Yeah, I think so.
Ó o bench. Fudeu.
It was day 7, which means the border had officially dropped. At first, people were kind of in awe.
Whoa, this is beautiful.
Going
Double
from one
rainbow.
island to another after all this time was a major culture shock.
Is this Island 1? Whoa!
And as expected, Island 1 people immediately started taking resources from Island 2. They're taking the sheep. But the flow of resources wasn't all in one direction.
We're probably gonna take some gravel back to Island 2. We don't have a lot of it.
Still, as people from the two islands started meeting for the first time, they
Não
were
teve guerra, não.
surprisingly friendly to each other. Like these two who made a tunnel connecting the islands from underground.
This is amazing! We've linked Island 1 and Island 2.
For the longest time,
Legal.
Island 2 feared an invasion by Island 1. But on day 7, that fear completely disappeared.
Aí, ó.
It became very clear that Island 1 had no interest in war. Instead, they were just happy that they could finally enjoy Island 2 for themselves.
The water isn't boiling.
The water isn't boiling.
That said, at the beginning of day 7, Lingolini made a big decision. He had decided to move out of the volcano and relocate his entire mafia to Island 2.
Oh!
He's much more organized than Island 1.
Mamma mia!
Yesterday's netherite meeting, which got a little heated, Lingolini had legitimate fears that Infernus might seek revenge against him. So, hoping to live a more peaceful life, Lingolini went far away and settled in the Caste Coalition.
So you're the leader of a mafia, I've heard?
Yes, we are, but we might do some rebranding over here.
Are you guys like violent?
We weren't violent much, but we have done some political talk that has not been taken well, which is the reason why we're here.
Sensing potential danger, Cass decided it was best for Lingolini to set up his home outside the Cass Coalition.
Ai, caralho. É, a Cass é
The
esperto.
Cass Coalition was now bigger than ever before. On day 7, Cass hosted a funeral for the deceased Wood Daddy, and over 100 people across both islands showed up.
Wood Mommy,
You're
shut
gathered
the
here today
fuck
with the
up!
cherished memory of Wood Daddy, a beacon of kindness in our community.
Shut the fuck up, tem Wood Mommy, Wood Daddy, mano. Ah, não,
While
velho.
Cass's influence grew, the Commonwealth was in shambles. Saps' trial yesterday was a disaster for the Commonwealth. Island 2 had entrusted the Commonwealth to run the trial of Saps. So when Saps escaped his execution, people lost all faith in the Commonwealth, which at one point was the most powerful civilization in the world. On day 7, most of the Commonwealth leaders resigned, leaving just one player, Sitzkrieg, as the sole ruler of the Commonwealth.
We're actively searching for saps right now. We will restore honor to the Commonwealth.
One of Sitzkrieg's biggest goals was to find and kill saps, but his other big goal was to regrow the Commonwealth's population, which by this point had shrunk by a lot. So he sent out a lot of public invites, especially to the people of Island 1, and it actually did work, until one of the people who moved in was Night Arcturus, the lead builder of Westhelm, who had to flee from Westhelm because Shood had found out about his secret plans for revolution.
Caralho, é foda.
Yeah, the Commonwealth is letting us hide out here. As long as Shood doesn't find us, we should be okay.
Speaking of fugitives, the world's biggest fugitive, Saps, was back to hiding.
E ele tá na área do pântano, porque ninguém vai.
Escaping from his trial, although his spirits were quickly fading.
Everyone thinks I'm a murderer. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Saps knew that Sitzkrieg and the Commonwealth soon planned to scout the entire southern islands to hunt him down. So on day 7,
mano, é literal, velho. Mó burrice os caras nem pra outra ilha, mano. Ilha 2, velho. Cheio de coisa, velho. Isso aqui é cheio de árvore, mas, mano, é da hora, velho.
Wouldn't be so easy. Because the border had just dropped, people were constantly going back and forth between the two islands, which means
ele vai tentar ir pra ilha 1, mano.
So Saps decided on another method of travel. He went to the place where he was least expected.
Oh, no. Meteu louco.
Trying to use the bridge.
No way. No way.
Ah, agora não percebeu. Nossa, olha quem é!
What are you doing, bro?
É o cara do grupo dele lá, Foi.
Now, instead of chasing Saps, the Luminara builders instead retreated to inform everyone else that Saps was on his way to Island 1.
Oh, caralho.
Saps, meanwhile, quickly sailed the rest of the way to the other island, although what happened next was unexpected.
Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Whoa. Nice. Get the crap out of me. Am I allowed to touch this water? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, it's good here. On the south side of the island, it's safe.
It turns out, earlier, Saps had reached out to a bunch of people on Island 1, offering them 2 stacks of diamonds if they give him a safe place to hide. And out of all people to accept his offer, it was Turntap, the leader of the Covenant, the most feared and militaristic civilization on Island 1.
How was the trip?
I ran across
2 stacks the plebs, mano.
And like all of Luminara.
X-ray puro, mano.
Saps and Turntap finally arrived at the Covenant. Turntap immediately distributed Saps' diamonds to the Covenant army. But then, in a surprising move, he sent them out on a secret mission.
Pra quê?
Turntap had sent the Covenant hit squad to Island 2. But not to accomplish a goal for the Covenant per se, but actually upon the request of Infernus.
Matar o Linguline.
No! Betrayed us, humiliated us.
Ah, no.
He ruined our sacred land.
Yesterday, Lingolini had opened up the volcano for netherite mining, and as such, people from all across Island 1 had started mining in the volcano. And even though Lingolini had now moved out of the volcano, Sinica felt that since people were already mining, she had no choice but to let them stay. She was not happy about what Lingolini had done, and Sinica wanted revenge.
Fudeu.
Oh! They're killing the entire
No! Not Lingolini, no, Grismar.
The Covenant was willing to do Sinica's bidding. Wasn't just because she let them mine for netherite before anyone else. But because as a civilization that values honor and loyalty, the Covenant didn't appreciate how Lingolini so publicly betrayed Infernus. They found him.
No, Lingolini!
About diplomacy?
We could have had Island 1 at peace and world peace, and we still can, really.
Oh, here they go.
But over my grave, he will not be a part of it.
Caralho!
Oh, they've got him. They've got him.
O amiguinho dele protegendo o Lingolini é o último que sobrou. Ah, não. Damn. Man,
the Covenant had massacred the Langolini Mafia.
Mamma mia.
Before anyone could retaliate, the Blue Cross announced they would schedule a hearing, calling on the Covenant to explain what they had done.
Fudeu. Fudeu.
Oh.
Caralho!
Yeah.
É o quê? É
Wait,
de
really?
Dima? Isso é o quê?
Earlier today, Flux
What?
and his crew had gotten their hands on a super rare armor trim by trading with the Covenant, who had picked up the armor trim from the Warden when it died.
Nossa, dropa.
Now, of course, Flux had
Cara,
no
deixaram pra
idea
dropar.
that the Covenant was also trading with and harboring his arch nemesis, Saps. But he did know one thing.
I heard Saps ran to Island 1, so we put out a massive bounty on his head.
Flux was now determined to have Saps killed, because Saps was the only other person in the world who knew that Flux was behind the murders of all the Island 2 leaders. Basically, if Saps dies, Flux gets away with everything. And ideally, the sooner Saps dies, the better.
Mano, que armadura é esse diamante com bagulho fica assim?
Includes the prosecution
Da hora,
himself
velho.
and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Fortunately for Flux, it didn't seem like anyone at the trial believed Saps. If anything, Saps' accusation only made people hate him more, especially the people of Luminara, who weren't happy that Saps accused some of their fellow citizens. What do you want to do to Saps?
Damn.
Kill on site. We hunted him down the other day. We couldn't find him, but we have speculation of where he is.
After the murder of their beloved leader 3 Below Zero, Luminara soon planned to host an election, and the current frontrunner was a player named Legacy.
Legacy.
We've just been going around to different houses, knocking on doors. I think we're gonna win this thing.
For a moment, Flux also considered a run for leader, although he had basically already accomplished everything he wanted to do.
Look, no matter what people say,
Mano, essa armadura tá da hora pra caralho, mano.
They would have just walked right ahead.
And then they reach
But
it.
now that we have stronger leaders, more cautious leaders, they're not gonna do that. We have world peace. And not because of a bridge, but because of me.
Não fez nada por causa... Por causa dele, ele queria guerra, porque achava que os caras iam tretar um com o outro.
Was simple. You can never show kindness to your enemy if your enemy wishes to destroy you. If you build a bridge, they'll use it to invade you. If you offer them aid, they'll use it to kill you. This is why Flux believed it was necessary to eliminate the Island 2 leaders who wished to be kind.
Boom.
But the cost of their deaths was devastating. The people of Tricolor still mourned Jofiel, building a massive statue to honor their deceased leader.
Caralho!
We've been trying to focus on restabilizing our nation. Obviously, the passing of Jofiel hit us pretty hard.
Meanwhile, the people of Aperion had elected a new leader, but Aperion was never quite the same after the death of Alkaline Elk. The people of the Commonwealth were also in shambles, having a much smaller civilization than they started with. And even though there was some peace on Island 2, people didn't feel a sense of calm, but instead a sense of unease and revenge. They needed closure, and they were determined to kill the person who they believed murdered the leaders they loved. Saps knew that it was only a matter of time before someone hunts him down, or someone in the Covenant betrays him to collect the massive bounty on his head. So Saps made a last-ditch effort to try and get a strong ally for his cause. He asked Turntap to take him to the largest nation on Island 1.
Tipo, nossa, a guerra vai ser por causa só do CEP, mano.
But on their way to the West Helm Capitol building, they ran into a citizen of Aperion from Island 2 who recognized Saps.
Oh, hey.
Is there a problem here?
Neutral ground, neutral ground.
Uh-oh.
Skating on West Helm territory.
Hey.
Okay. We will walk by in peace.
Good call.
Saps and his crew then entered the Capitol.
Can I speak to the glorious leader?
Quase rolou uma treta ali, hein?
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
Hello. The Covenant leaders brought me. Can we have a meeting?
I'm not gonna lie, Saps. You coming to me asking for a meeting after what happened last time, even if it wasn't to do with you.
Listen, I just want to talk.
What about what?
At least explain, because I'm innocent.
Saps, I'm sorry. No.
Ultimately, Shood rejected Saps' request for a meeting because Shood didn't exactly trust him and had no real reason to help him. So instead, Saps tried another civilization, the Alcaracina Pirates.
Nossa, mas tá a mesma construção até hoje. Ah, tá, beleza. Nossa, que barco horroroso. Ah, tudo bem.
Although when he arrived, things felt a little off.
Now, since you're here, you have to drop all your gear.
Wherever you think is the safer option. At the end of the day, I don't want any of you guys to get killed for something that I'm being framed for, you know?
But then, suddenly...
Yeah.
Need to leave?
What? Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Where's he going? Turntap had realized that the pirates were planning to kill Saps to collect the massive bounty on his head. So he told Saps to run.
Caralho.
What's going on?
1 sec. You gotta go back to Covenant like immediately. We probably shouldn't have come out here.
Now, on their way back to the Covenants, Turntap suddenly started acting suspicious himself.
Are we safe?
Por que ele não fala?
What's going on?
We need to go back to Covenant right now.
You need to tell me what's going on or I'm not coming with you.
Dude, either like you can handle this on your own or like just... Here, I'll explain to you in a sec. Just come on.
Listen, it's hard to trust people right now, so I'm putting a lot of faith into you.
This is so suspicious.
Ele vai matar o Turntap, vai matar ele. Vaza daí, velho. Vai matar também. Ele tá falando, já sabia que os caras iam matar, fala, não, agora eu vou matar. É, então.
He runs away. Now.
Vaza, vaza. Ai, foi esperto. É óbvio, velho. Ah, a gente conversa quando chegar lá. Porque aí vai chegar lá, vai ter um monte de maluco junto e vai gankar ele, tá ligado? Porra, não mete o louco também, né? Só quem come merda vai cair numa dessa, porra.
Saps then climbed the mountains of Island 1, escaping from the last remaining person he thought he could trust.
Caralho.
He was now all alone in a world of people who hated him and wanted him dead.
Caralho.
And so he ventured into the snow. And started collecting blocks. Saps, what are you doing?
I can't trust anybody. Flux won. He completely
hello.
won. There's just no point anymore.
Assistiu? Vai ficar escondido, vai virar o que é ermita, né? Hermit.
On day 7, Saps built a tower in the tundra, a monument for people to remember him by. And he planned to jump off.
Ah, sério? Vai de kill yourself now, mano?
But he didn't.
If I have to die, I'm gonna make sure he does too.
Decidiu se matar, agora vai atrás do Fluxo. Caralho, mas esse vídeo é doideira. Nossa, 350 contra 430, velho. Cala a boca, velho.
Welcome everyone. Today we have two
Não, mano, morreu nada do outro lado.
Rinit, you are charged with the attempted murder of several innocent West Helm farmers. Remy, you are charged with conspiracy to murder West Helm food supplier Dinosaur. Ready, set, fight!
Caralho.
Here they go. Look at that swing. Wait, some guy jumped in.
Que isso? O cara desapareceu do nada, velho. No. Remy sobreviveu pelo menos.
Remy the Rat had won his duel in the Coliseum. And
cara, mano, do nada, velho.
Including the murder of dinosaurs were expunged from his record by Emperor Shood himself. He was now a legend and his restaurant
Terá o gladiador aí do nada, velho.
Ever before.
He put his head on the floor.
Now, it's been a busy few days for Emperor Shood. He was always working on different things. Have you seen our aqueducts? Show me your aqueducts, Shood.
Look at it behind you! Look at it!
So what's the use of this?
I don't really know. What is the point of anything? We just build. We have too many builders, not enough ideas.
Now, while Shood was an effective leader, he did have to constantly watch his back for assassins.
You know, I've thwarted like 5 assassination attempts, and guess what? I've just found out about another.
No way. Shood's entire reign began with him almost being killed, so he was always extra careful and sensitive about where he went and who he associated with. It's also why Shood was particularly angry when he found out that one of the people who planned to kill him was his own lead builder, Knight Arcturus.
Onde está ele?
According to some of my sources, Knight Arcturus was seen in the Commonwealth earlier today.
Really? Shood had sent spies across the world to find
Caralho,
Arcturus, and when
spies.
he discovered he was staying at the Commonwealth, Shood immediately reached out to Sitzkrieg to request he be handed back to Westhelm. However, given that the Commonwealth was low on citizens and needed good builders, Sitzkrieg decided to reject Shood's request.
I'm not just going to give up one of my builders. The Commonwealth does not give in to tyrants.
Damn!
With fury.
I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows the Commonwealth is corrupt. They did that to
E vai invadir Commonwealth assim do nada, mano. Sabe o carro de um builder?
Went around telling everyone about how much he hates the Commonwealth. This whole situation became a massive drama, and it actually got to the point where the rest of Island 2 was getting annoyed with the Commonwealth.
I don't get why the Commonwealth doesn't just hand him over. We don't need a war with Westhelm.
Unlike the Commonwealth, Cass had a big
porque a porra dos caras tem tipo, mano, 100 caralhada de player, mano.
For
Só uma cidade.
Earlier, one of our citizens, Addison27, had gone to Tricolor, dug into Jovial's grave, and had stolen Jovial's head.
Can I wear this? Hey, Cass, I brought you a trophy.
But instead of protecting him, Cass immediately banished Addison from the Cass Coalition and alerted Tricolor of his location, causing Addison to flee Island 2. It was this kind of no-nonsense leadership that earned Cass a lot of respect from not only her citizens, but other Island 2 nations who were now much more willing to ally with Cass than with the Commonwealth. The very existence of the Cass Coalition also provided a sense of security to smaller groups, like this new
Canada.
nation who were merchants and sense of...
Não tem como, né, mano? Vai fazer a bandeira do Canadá no Minecraft, ver o que acontece. Em qualquer jogo de pixel, aquela porra dessa folha seca do caralho cagada, velho. Não tem como, velho. Não dá pra fazer certo, velho. Não dá, esquece, velho.
Like this new nation who were mostly cheese merchants and called themselves the Conquistadors.
This is the way of cheese, but el queso!
Since the border dropped yesterday, the economies of most Island 2 nations were prospering, with heavy amounts of trade and tourism between islands. Meanwhile, in Barbie Land...
Ish. I have news.
What?
I'm marrying Oppenheimer.
What?
On day 8, the player Oppenheimer had marched into Barbie Land, but instead of destroying it with a nuke, he apparently liked it so much that he proposed to their leader.
Ish, consider this your invitation to the Barbenheimer wedding.
Thank you. In Luminara, meanwhile, the citizens were inventing new technologies.
This is the power switch. It's 16 furnaces working together simultaneously, and it has a bunch of hopper minecarts on the inside distributing everything.
As much as Luminara was finally starting to live up to its name as the light of Island 2, little did its citizens know among them was quietly living the world's most deadly group of terrorists.
Mano, isso é The
I'm
Reage,
thinking
cara.
of running in the election tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Legacy's pretty popular, but I'm not worried.
While it seemed like
Eu acho que é The Reage, cara, papo reto.
separate goals, they were all still united under one mission: to find and kill Saps. In fact, by day 8, Luminara had told all the other nations that Saps had fled to Island 1, and some nations were already preparing to send out hit
Pô, os caras não vai pra neve em nenhum momento, é sério.
But Island 1, meanwhile, was currently dealing with a whole other political drama.
Damn, dois barcos.
I cannot conceive how we are being this civil about this. They came in, they found him in the hole, they drowned him in lava.
This player, Vietnam, was one of the few remaining survivors in the Lingolini Mafia.
Porra.
Vietnam had escaped the Covenant's attack and wanted to get revenge against the Covenant, but was finding it surprisingly difficult to gather support. See, while the Blue Cross condemned the
Mano, Revenge não vai dar, meu mano. Você tá na merda, velho. Só tem você aqui, só você, porra.
Which is why Seneca secretly asked them to do the deed instead of doing it herself.
É, então acho que é diamante, na real.
If she was behind the attack, she would be in big trouble. But for now, nobody would face any consequences for the massacre.
Nossa, cara, cheio de machado de Netherite. Machado de Netherite, mas ninguém fez armadura de Netherite, mano. Só fizeram machado de Netherite.
On day 8, Emperor Shood was really only thinking about one thing: how to get revenge against Knight Arcturus.
Fuck.
After the Commonwealth rejected Shood's extradition request, Shood's initial reaction was to begin preparing for war. But what made him think twice was his belief that the Commonwealth was a massive nation with probably a big army. Shood also knew that declaring war could risk the entirety of Island 2 coming to the Commonwealth's defense, and maybe launching a counterattack on Westhelm. So, Shood decided to change strategies. He instead decided to try and bait the Commonwealth. See if he can make them angry enough to do something rash. Something bad enough that would allow Shood to then declare war and have everyone's support.
Just.
And Shood knew exactly how to make the Commonwealth angry. He invited back to the Westhelm capital the one person he knew the Commonwealth hated the most.
Stop.
Can we make a deal? We're running out of time.
Saps is back. And Turntap's here too for some reason. This is interesting. Because the Covenant had brought Saps to Westhelm yesterday, Shood had specifically asked Turntap to protect Saps and escort him to Westhelm once again. While Saps didn't fully trust Turntap or Shood for that matter, he knew that a meeting with Shood was a massive opportunity and it was worth the risk.
Vale a pena, pô. Junta todo mundo e explode a Ilha 2. Foda-se. Nuclear Bomb. Sheep.
Saps, you are the person that, to my knowledge, murdered all those people on Island 1. Island 2, sorry.
It was not me. There is a person on Island 2 that is behind all of the assassinations and the corruption. His name is Flexion.
Flexion.
Emperor Shood was having trouble believing Saps, but he went along with it for now.
Well, it seems like we both have gripes with Island 2.
Shood then proceeded to tell Saps and the Covenant about his feud with the Commonwealth, and how he needed Island 1's support in case a war breaks out. There was just one problem. The Blue Cross Alliance.
Caralho, mano, você é louco, que plot absurdo, né, mano?
Basically left the alliance after the last meeting, and the Covenant had stopped responding to the Blue Cross because of the Lingolini situation. So Shood decided to take things into his own hands and individually call the big 4 nations of Island 1 for a meeting. And he wanted Saps to be there so he could tell the leaders about corruption on Island 2.
Boa.
Now, because of Saps' reputation, Seneca and Benji were hesitant. But as long as the meeting was in a wide open area without a roof, they decided they would go.
Caralho, o Saps movimentando tudo agora. Caralho, no meio do nada.
To begin the meeting, Shood first had Saps tell his story.
I've been put on trial and sentenced to death for a crime I did not commit.
Shood's goal with this meeting was to convince all the leaders that Island 2 was a threat to Island 1.
One of my right-hand men was murdered in cold blood by someone in association with the Commonwealth. It's one of the many injustices I've heard about on Island 2, and I want justice.
Cadê esse Knight, mano? Cadê esse builder, velho?
A few days ago, Covenant was approached by Luminara to speak of a potential trade agreement. Legacy AN approached me in regards to Flexion, the guy who Saps is claiming killed everyone, which I do believe.
Whoa. Apparently,
Acredito, ó.
the Covenant traded armor trims with Flux. They had also done the same deal with Legacy. And Legacy had voiced concerns to Turntap about Flux's run for leader, including how Flux was demoted from second in command, and rumors that he's paying people diamonds to vote for him. This gave Saps and Shood's stories a little more credibility,
Pô, aí ele foi
which
burro,
was crucial
mano.
for getting everyone on board with Westhelm's
Ali de pagar por diamante, alguém vai chegar e falar, mano, nem vai descobrir que fui eu que falei, vou falar que ele tava nessa porra, é isso. Já queima. Fudeu.
If all leaders are in agreement to this, please say aye.
Mas é que os caras têm Netherite, né, mano?
Aye.
Ó.
this is for us a problem.
Benji was hesitant to join any military alliance because Elysium was the nation of peace, and he knew that his
Mas é o
people were
caralho
opposed
no
to
bagulho
any
desse, é
changes
impossível.
that threatened their peaceful lifestyle.
Council might not agree.
Do you believe if Saps was at the council meeting, would he potentially have the chance to convince them after telling his story?
Nina, muito obrigado pra vocês. Tamo junto, Nineira. É nóis.
As long as Saps agrees, it's up to you.
I mean, yeah.
Saps and a few of the others then walked to Elysium on a mission to reunite Island 1.
Ah, o Seps virou da Ilha 1, então. Caralho, muito foda, mano. Tá porra, a construção. Agora fui ver o tamanho.
I have been framed for the mass assassination of Island 2 leaders by Fluxion and his conspirator. So many other people have died to the same tyranny and corruption that has been on Island 2.
É uma guerra zona, hein?
I'm just so lucky to be alive and share my story with you guys.
But
olá, mano, o tamanho dessa porra, velho. Caralho.
As Saps spoke, the people of Elysium still had some doubts.
Against the corruption in Island 2, which is...
But who? What is that? What does
we
that
are
mean?
not
That's vague. What is that?
Are we going to
corruption?
Elysium wasn't convinced that potential corruption on another island was enough of a reason for Elysium to get involved. But then, suddenly...
A few days ago.
Eita porra!
What is this? About 15 members of the West Helm army had inexplicably walked right through Elysium. They quickly left, but it certainly didn't help the tensions.
Foi estranho.
Nonetheless, the proceedings continued.
They're being rushed here to pressure
O que aconteceu?
We're going to be deciding whether Elysium citizens would go to war. I think Elysium citizens need to have a say in that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
After even more deliberation and after even more time passed.
Excuse me, you have to say something important. The troop of people that came by, they are apparently the military from West Helm. We have reasonable suspicions to believe they are going to launch an invasion of Island 2 in the next, like, 5 minutes. I do not know.
What are you talking?
Caralho, vou invadir já?
Emperor Shood had grown impatient. After Spider informed him that progress was stalling, Shood had decided to send a squadron of the West Helm army into the Commonwealth's territory to find and arrest Night Arcturus. Oh boy.
Esse Night Arcturus, hein, mano. Puta que pariu. Cadê ele, velho? Cadê ele? Eita porra.
Hello, Ben. We are here peacefully. We're simply looking for a man by the name of Knight_Arcturus.
Alright. We don't have him.
We do not know
Ah,
where
não
he's
tem,
at.
não tem.
We have not seen him, nor have we heard from him.
We don't have him.
Where are they going?
With their first plan failing, West Helm went to plan B.
Shield wall, shield wall.
Tá porra!
What's happening, guys?
They're forming a shield wall. They're forming a shield wall outside.
Everyone leave. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Tá porra!
Everyone bail, bail.
Vamos
The
vazar.
West Helm squadron had successfully intimidated the Commonwealth leadership into fleeing their own nation. West Helm then went around, searching every house, every mine, every crevice of the Commonwealth.
Abandonaram a cidade assim?
Ultimately, Night Arcturus
Assim?
was nowhere to be found.
Ah, não acredito. Esse cara abandonou a cidade, velho. Caralho, mano.
Meanwhile, at the Cass Coalition.
Cass Coalition.
Hey, can I run something by you real quick?
Yeah.
You know how everyone's trying to kill Saps because of what he did? And then during his trial, he was all like, Luminara was behind this. Luminara built the trap.
The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, and
Thomas.
their ringleader, Fluxion.
5200.
So, I was sailing past Saps' place a few days ago. God, this dude is digging. Or what?
Puta merda! Toma essa gravação.
You see that guy?
Yeah.
Isn't that Flux?
Tem gravação.
Yeah, kind of looks like him. Yeah.
What's he doing at Saps' place? And why is he gathering blocks?
You gotta show Cass.
What do you think?
Interesting.
Vocês aí, rapaziada.
You know what? Go show this to Tricolor.
Ah, vai mostrar pra todo mundo.
Probably also Perion.
I'm on it.
A citizen of the Cass Coalition had been reviewing his old video footage when he happened to notice Flux digging for sand, a prevalent material in Saps's roof.
GG, já foi. Agora salvou o Saps. Essa Fury já aí salvou pra caralho, mano. Salvou demais, velho. Então toma o sol nascendo. Salvou, salvou.
Yesterday, Saps had spent the day getting brought into meetings with the most important people on Island 1, and he didn't really know what to make of this. In one sense, he was incredibly lucky.
Pera aí, mano. Ô, tá gelando aqui o meu quarto já, mano. Eu já tô congelando já, pera aí. Já tô congelando, já tô congelando. Wey! Mami, gente, me encanta esta vaina. Ô, chat, a gente tem que mudar esse emote de chair aí, né, mano? De cadeira. Recortar minha cadeira preta e deixar assim meio com PNG, né, mano? E acabou, né? Acabou o fundo.
But he also questioned how real this support is and who he can really trust. See, Saps knew that the Covenant generally did not like the people of Island 2. The Covenant believed that Island 1 was the supreme island with better culture, customs, and traditions. They were also known to be ruthless, having massacred the entire Lingolini mafia.
Lingolini, no!
It's why Saps was suspicious of Turntap's offer to continue protecting him, especially after he ran away. But Saps knew he needed powerful allies as world tensions were ramping up. When Shood invaded the Commonwealth yesterday, he got a lot of criticism, mostly from his own neighbors who were blindsided by the move.
Shood could have dragged all my people into war. Elysium is a nation of peace.
Like that, any hope for a Big Four alliance was basically dead, especially since the other nations were now dealing with problems of their own.
Ei! A música. O que essa porra vai fazer, hein?
Earlier yesterday, Queen Sinica had found out that Elysium's newspaper, Daybreak Media, had somehow found out that she had directed the Covenant to kill Lingolini. This is why Sinica was so quiet yesterday during the Island 1 snow meeting. She knew this story would be coming out, and she was trying to figure out how she would respond.
Vai matar os jornalistas,
and on
mano.
day 9, she made her decision.
Ela é meio doida essa daí, tá?
To dissuade people from invading Infernus, she would show strength by doubling down and hold a joint ceremony with the Covenant, parading around Lingolini's head.
Caralho, zoando pra todo mundo. Foi ela que matou mesmo. Caralho, tá essa mulher é louca mesmo, velho. Caralho.
Lesson. Shame to those who disrespect our volcano.
Qual é, mano? É o Lingolini, porra! Os caras não respeitam o Lingolini, mano. Cê é louco.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the Blue Cross was hosting a meeting.
Vietnam, I'm getting word that Infernus is having a ceremony to burn the head of Mario.
If I can't get his head back, then it's war. I will put my hands around each and every one.
The leaders and representatives then decided that Infernus needed to be punished, and they started discussing whether or not to declare war. But then, not even a minute into the discussion,
if everyone is against them, then we're not.
Benji! Se matou?
What?
Cometeu suicídio? Holy
Benji,
fuck.
the leader of Elysium, had suddenly died.
Yourself?
And before anyone could even ask about what happened,
Now?
a member of Daybreak Media made a shocking revelation.
We know that Benji had been one of the people who made the call to kill Lingolini.
What? Apparently, Benji had admitted to Daybreak Media that he, alongside Infernus, had approved the killing of Lingolini. At the time, Benji believed that killing Lingolini would finally resolve the conflict over the volcano and bring peace to the island. But he ended up seriously regretting this decision. So he told Daybreak Media everything, exposed Infernus, and then ended his life.
Caralho! Damn, bro! Yo! What? Cê é louco? Que porra é isso que eu tô vendo, velho? Estamos vendo um filme, velho. Devia pegar uma coisa pra comer, mano.
I don't know about war. Maybe a trial. Give Infernus a chance to tell their side.
Flux was representing Luminara at the meeting, and the leaders actually agreed with his idea. So later today, there would be a trial against the entire nation of Infernus. Now, when the meeting came to an end, Flux was approached by a few guards from Tricolor.
Right, look. We know about the assassinations, all right?
What assassinations?
You're under arrest. You're coming to Tricolor. You're gonna have a fair trial. Just come with us.
What are you talking about?
Tricolor had issued an arrest warrant for Flux after they obtained incriminating video evidence from a citizen of the Cass Coalition.
Being possibly responsible for the death of Jovial in any capacity.
What are you talking about? We know Seraphim was guilty of that.
There are concerns that you may have been involved in other ways. If you believe yourself innocent, I believe that you are. I trust that you're innocent because you told me you were. But right now, the most important thing you can do is simply go to the trial and prove that you're correct, which I believe
This
you are,
is an outrage against Luminara. I cannot believe that you would accuse me of this.
Now, the truth was, Tricolor wasn't necessarily convinced that Flux was guilty. They just wanted Flux to go to trial so that he could answer their questions about the videotape.
Why didn't you not bring this up beforehand?
So if you were meeting, run away.
You're seriously scared that I'm going to run away from a trial.
You agree after what happened with the Commonwealth, we could never be too careful about stuff like that.
Caraca, a voz dos caras.
Fine, I will go.
Os caras batendo papo foda.
This is an outrage.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna remember this. We will not stand for this.
Flux is getting arrested by Tricolor.
Ele vai correr. Parou. Ele tá falando com alguém,
He's like stopping every few seconds.
Ele tá escrevendo pra alguém.
The group then passed through
Ele tá escrevendo pra alguém alguma coisa. No privado, no message do jogo. Ah, o New Kids, o que ajuda. O que matou lá um. Apareceu do nada lá, depois de muito tempo. Chegou o momento dele. Eu entendi. Eu entendi, ele tá... É pra... fingir que não, ele não é o culpado.
Secretly told a member of his own crew to come and attack him so that he could run away from his arrest without looking guilty.
E aí conseguiu fugir por causa do caos.
When Flux returned to Luminara,
caralho, esse maluco é bom. Esse moleque movimentou o jogo inteiro sozinho. O plot inteiro é totalmente dele, velho. O vídeo do início ao fim é ele, mano. Caralho. Foda, velho.
We've just been informed that you have ties to the Covenant, and they're working with Saps the Traitor. So the problem is, we're afraid you're a national security threat. You have two choices right now. You either drop out of the election this instant, or we can do this the hard way.
Oh, that's tough. Alright.
By forcing Legacy to drop out of the election, Flux had automatically become the leader of Luminara.
Damn!
If the Tricolor still wanted to arrest him, they wouldn't be able to just walk ahead and take him. They would have to invade Luminara itself.
Ah, mas cidade zona, caralho.
Yesterday, Emperor Spood had caused a lot of chaos with his failed attempts to capture Night Arcturus. So he spent day 9 repairing relationships,
Cadê esse cara,
but also forming new ones. For example, earlier, Spood had received a message from a player named Addison27 who wanted to sell Joe Fuel's head in exchange for netherite. Spood accepted the deal, gave Addison a place to meet him at, but then he gave Addison's location straight to Tricolor.
Nossa!
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, no.
Give it right now.
Nossa,
this
jogou.
led to an alliance between Westhelm and Tricolor,
Spood jogou.
the first ever
Jogou bem,
multi-island
mano.
alliance, and a strategic move
Caralho.
by Spood to befriend the neighbors of the Commonwealth. Later, Spood also visited the Covenant after he heard about some civil unrest going on.
So they all just left, just like that?
Apparently, about half of the Covenant's entire population had decided to leave the Covenant.
Por quê?
This is because they believed TurnTap was betraying the Covenant's values by constantly trading and associating with Island 2. And what made a lot of them really angry was the fact that TurnTap was making them protect saps.
Ah,
See,
tá.
originally, TurnTap had only brought Saps in to get diamonds for his army. But the more he heard about Saps' story, the more he became captivated by Saps and wanted to help him. In fact, the reason TurnTap had acted strangely on day 7 wasn't because he was thinking about killing Saps. It was because he had just saved Saps from the Alcaracina pirates, and he was worried that the pirates would attack the Covenant in retaliation.
Ah, tá. Tá bom.
Anyway, now that
Mas por que
TurnTap
não falou
had the
enquanto tava
pirates
indo
against
andando?
him, as well as much of the Covenant forces, which TurnTap
Avisava,
himself
porra.
had trained to be ruthless,
Ele ficou meio estranho, não falava nada, caralho.
Was in grave danger. But before he and Spood could figure out a solution, the Covenant suddenly had a surprise visitor.
Come here. You're under arrest.
Uh-oh.
Yo, they're trying to kill me?
Ah, Zekra.
You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island.
After days upon days of searching, the Commonwealth had finally found Saps.
It's literally the guy.
Saps is now hiding.
Nossa, Spood.
This player, Zekor, was now the main diplomat of the Commonwealth, and he knew that this was his opportunity to finally kill Saps. The last thing he needed to do was to convince Spood to hand Saps over.
Spood, come here. Please,
Spood.
let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. And are you a friend of this criminal behind you?
Alright, could you guys come inside?
Oh boy. Here we go.
We can put all of our fighting behind us. I propose a trade. You give me Saparada, and the Commonwealth gives you Night Arcturus.
Party for Saps. I mean, where would this happen?
You can let us take Saparada now, and then we can kill Arcturus for you.
No, don't kill him. He needs to fight in the Colosseum.
Alright, we can make that work as well.
Caralho.
Wait, so you're saying you know where he is? It's interesting because Sitzkrieg said he didn't.
Okay.
We don't have him. We do not know where he's at.
Look, he comes back every now and then. We'll find him.
Really? Is that so?
Why would I lie?
So you'll find him for me?
Spood, don't do this.
Look, Spood, I have to be honest. I'm shocked that you're defending this criminal.
Either
you accept this deal right now, or I tell everyone from back home that you're harboring Saparada. They'll all declare war on you, and this will be the end of Westhelm.
Eles têm mais player, muito mais player que, né? Mas a cidade do Spood é gigante.
So,
mano.
just to make the terms of this deal very clear, because I want to be accurate. You expect me to give up an innocent man in exchange for a terrorist? Is that really your offer?
He's not innocent.
Caralho.
Alright. Get out.
Caralho.
Now.
Cala a boca. Damn. Da hora. Muito foda. Bem feito demais.
Soon, it would be time for the trial of Infernus, which had become a very anticipated event because Seneca had told everyone that she actually planned to attend.
Vai sim. Nossa, vai explodir tudo.
Turntap would be there to help her,
Vai
which
explodir.
meant Saps also had to go. He wanted the Covenant's protection, which would actually come in handy. But Sap's getting attacked. Oh no. Oh boy, Sap's getting attacked again. The attacker was taken out immediately by the Covenant, but this led to another problem.
We need to know
Mano, Saps vai morrer, velho. Saps vai morrer, mano.
Not going in a building, we're having this outside.
Seneca and the rest of Infernus had arrived, but were refusing to enter the courthouse.
Mano, o Saps tá louco, ele tá no meio da bagunça, né? O Saps vai morrer.
And as expected, people were
Não dá pra entrar, é muita gente, velho. É muita gente, velho. Olha isso daí. Vai dar merda, vai explodir alguma coisa aí, velho. Tô falando, velho.
Someone's setting up dripstone.
Não! Mentira! Ah, mentira que pegou o cara que ajudou ele, mano.
Oh! And like that, Turntap was dead, killed by two disgruntled former citizens of the Covenant who had come back for revenge.
Ah, era do Covenant mesmo. Era
Queen Seneca directed her people and all the
era da
remaining
população
Covenant
dele, era
forces who were now
do
leaderless
país
to
dele, então.
retreat to the Infernus Castle.
Aí é foda.
Both Infernus and the Covenant were eventually found guilty of murdering the Lingolini Mafia. But now that Seneca had adopted the entire Covenant army with all of its netherite weaponry, it would be impossible to try and arrest anyone.
Nossa, mano, não dá não, velho.
Saps, meanwhile, was abandoned at the courthouse, so he ran all the way to Westhelm to Emperor Shood, who was apparently dealing with a new political crisis. It appeared that Shood had finally made the Commonwealth mad because, according to a Westhelm spy, it looked like the Commonwealth was preparing to go to war.
Afinal, sempre guerra, né, mano?
And on top of this, Shood had received a message from Sitzkrieg inviting him to the Commonwealth for a meeting.
Ah, beleza.
Now, of course, Shood suspected this was a trap, but his second-in-command Spider had an idea.
Let me go instead. Let them kill me, and if they do, we'll have the right to obliterate them.
Damn!
Basically, if Spider goes to this meeting and actually gets killed, then in the eyes of the world, this will give
o cara vai
Westhelm
sacrificar
permission to finally wipe
pela
the Commonwealth
verdadeira
off the
guerra.
map.
You're a hero, Spider.
Glory to Westhelm.
Cala a boca.
These guys are all waiting for something to happen.
Pô, a cidadezinha dele é gigante. Morreu mesmo.
Oh my god.
Tá porra. Nossa, lá vai, 150 player na cara deles. Tá que pariu. Nossa. Nossa senhora.
Wait, what? Where is everyone?
Tem alguma coisa ali, uma placa
The
com cabeça.
Commonwealth had been completely abandoned.
Fugiram. Mataram e fugiram.
After Zekr's meeting with Shood, Sitzkrieg had tried to rally all of Island 2 against Westhelm, but not a single nation joined him. Throughout its days, the Commonwealth had faced chaos, infighting, global humiliation, and now Sitzkrieg was
Cara fugindo, é humilhação mesmo.
defeated. So, as a final jab against Westhelm, Sitzkrieg decided to kill Spider before dissolving the Commonwealth once and for all. Sitzkrieg and his remaining citizens then decided to pack up and relocate to the one place in the world that Westhelm wouldn't be able to infiltrate.
Nah, nem fudeu, Infernos. Caralho, aí fudeu. Ah, essa menina meteu louco também, né? Caralho.
Come on in, guys. Welcome to Infernus.
Thank you, Seneca.
There are so many people.
Damn.
Infernus is massive.
Mas sobrou 3 nações, a do pirata, a do Shood e a Infernus, mano. A do piratinha lá pequenininho lá, mano. Caralho.
Meanwhile, at the Caste Coalition, it was the end of another good day. The farmers had produced plentiful crops, the businesses had made lots of sales, and there was even a birthday party.
Mano, mó paz, mano.
But while her people were happy, Cass knew very well that the outside world was quickly growing out of control. As leader, it was Cass's duty to keep track of all the world conflicts. But by day 9, they were simply overwhelming. She watched from afar as the Commonwealth fell apart. She watched as world leaders died left and right. She watched Infernus avoid justice by blocking themselves off, with Netherite at their defense, as well as the volcano's sheer height. Yet despite all the turmoil, Cass spent most of the day trying to solve what was now the world's biggest mystery. Who had really murdered all the Island 2 leaders? Was it Saps, or was it Flux?
Flux.
See, earlier at the Blue Cross meeting, members of the Caste Coalition were listening carefully.
Covenant was propagating anti-Island 2 propaganda, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, we didn't agree with that. Island 1 never had beef with you guys. It was really just a covenant.
They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us. Then at least they'll know.
A merda que ele fez. Ele vem da merda que ele fez. Ele que criou o caos em tudo, mano.
Honestly, probably not. I think they were just trying to scare you guys.
Flux had fully believed that Island 1 was going to invade and even yelled at the other leaders for doing nothing. Which made Cass think, what if that's the reason he killed them? Besides, what would be Saps' motive? There wasn't even a motive alleged during his trial, yet he was still found guilty. In fact, thinking back, the trial itself was suspiciously short, and the judge made a decision very quickly. Well, on day 9, one of Cass's citizens was scouting the Commonwealth and figured out why.
Que era isso daí?
Flux had bribed the judge to ensure Saps was found guilty. When Cass discovered this, she immediately called for a meeting with
E ele guardou o baú com o nome do Flux.
It's been Flux this whole time.
Muito bom, mano.
I'm so mad. He needs to die.
He needs to die, não é? Ele não precisa ser preso não, mano. He needs to die.
This, but you have my permission to invade Luminara.
Okay, I'll tell my guys to prepare for battle.
No, there won't be a battle. We go in, we take him out, we leave. Got it?
Vai ser fácil assim.
Alright, first thing tomorrow.
E a galera na porta ouvindo. Incrível, caralho. Muita burrice falar num lugar desse assim, mano. Porra, velho.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We gather here today because, well, we never got the opportunity to properly mourn our previous leader, 3 Below.
What's going on?
He was more than just a Luminaran, he was a friend. And I'm very much excited that we can continue his legacy and complete the bridge which he would have wanted.
Caralho, que cara, mano, que cara falso da porra, velho. Tá porra. Mano, não tem uma pessoa que não tá fudindo agora, né, velho? Doideira.
And so, the Cass Coalition set off on their mission to kill Flux once and for all. On the way, Cass stopped at Aperion to rally their people.
We've found the person responsible for the multiple leader assassinations, including the assassination of your own president. Are we ready to fight for Luminara and for justice?
Oh, essa estradinha tá bonita que os caras fizeram aí na cidade, viu?
Aperion would invade Luminara from the south, while the Cass Coalition approaches from the sea so that Flux can't escape.
Ele já deve saber que vai dar essa merda. Caralho, gente, pra porra. É que aí tem muito player, né, mano? Nossa, nossa.
Oh, they're here. They're here. Oh, look. Flux is running.
Ele não vai fugir.
Surrender, Flux! I don't want to do this!
Oh!
Okay, wait, surrender! Okay, surrender. I'm not moving,
Flux looked to under the arrest, killing Jag, Alki, members of Tricolor, and leader of Commonwealth.
This is an outrage! And attempting my assassination!
Ei, xingou.
Flux had stopped and surrendered, but
xingou na cara do mesmo.
He's entitled to a fair trial.
Wait, I thought it was on side.
Going in, Cass had been under the impression that the people of Luminara wanted Flux to be overthrown, when in reality, most Luminarans knew nothing about his crimes.
You are speaking to a mass murderer right now. Don't let him get through the crowds, guys. Where's Legacy? Luminarans, do you want this man alive?
Ele vai fugir, velho. Uma bagunça, mano.
All of a sudden, Cass wasn't sure about what to do. Until... Oh, he's running. He's running.
Caralho. Toma essa trap na cara. 5, mano. Ah, ele jogou bem, Nessa muvuca a galera tá pouco se achando de ser um local reto.
People using a secret track he had built the day before. This bought him just enough time to escape.
You block up behind.
That said, Flux knew there'd be a lot
ninguém, mano, ninguém tava aí esperando em cima, ninguém. Ninguém deu a volta, caralho. E sobrou ele e o Thomas, é isso?
Cass and Aperion sent out hit squads to try and hunt Flux down, while Legacy directed the citizens of Luminara to evacuate.
Que a pira, ele vai pra infernos. Todos os malvados vão ficar no infernos.
Like that, Legacy had taken over as leader of Luminara. Cass and Aperion were down 5 citizens, and Flux had gotten away with everything once again. Or so he thought.
Huh?
I am so confused on what's happening right
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Oh my
Recording replay mode.
When Flux's trap went off, the rest of the world had a lot of questions.
Was that in Luminara?
That was Flux?
Wait, Flux killed those people?
Yeah.
On day 10, word began to spread about what had happened.
That was Flux's trap?
Yeah, Flux built that trap.
Mano.
Which made people think, was
ele foi pra outra ilha, mas foi pra onde?
the murders of the Island 2 leaders after all?
Dude, I think Flux was behind everything. Saps was right.
E o Remy não fala nada, ela falando com o Remy e o Remy.
Realized that Saps had been telling the truth.
Ah, agora os caras entenderam o BO aí, ó. Desde o início. Caralho, a imagem.
Saps, how do you feel?
Finally.
Todo felizinho agora.
I'm so happy.
For the first time since he had gone into hiding, Saps had been vindicated, proven innocent, and the world was finally on his side.
Mais uma editzinha com musiquinha. Ai, gente, pra porra, hein?
And now, instead of hunting for saps, all of Island 2 was determined to find Flux.
Vai, onde que ele tá?
We should have just started killing him. I don't know why anyone stopped in the first place.
I would have been the bad guy if I killed him right then and there with everyone yelling, trial, trial.
But the search for Flux didn't take long.
Someone just saw Flux going up the volcano.
Aí, ó, falei pra vocês.
You're kidding.
É óbvio, velho. Onde mais seria, velho? Onde queria? Essa cínica é cínica mesmo, hein, mano.
Build deadly traps all around the volcano perimeter so that nobody can break in.
Então vai ser tipo 400 players contra 100 players estando num vulcão na área alta. Porra, não tem como subir isso daí, velho.
On day 10, all of Island 2 joined the Tricolor West Helm Alliance and declared war against Infernus.
Agora tem que derrubar a Cínica, o cara lá do Commonwealth e o Fluxon.
And I just want to say, if I die today, I love you all.
Peitoral de Netherreach é pica, hein?
Look who he is. He was my brother. He was everyone's brother.
Cala a boca.
And they took him from us. They took him.
Flux got away with murdering
no,
so many
Lingolini,
of
no.
And our leaders. Today, we get justice for our entire island.
Vai, Zaparata. Agora, mano, jump off a cliff, mano. Pra comemorar. Vamos, amigos. Holy cow, Spanish. Vamos, amigos.
Let's go, let's go. Alright, let's go, everyone.
Caralho. God damn. É muita gente. Meu Deus, é o que aí? 400 fácil. Nossa.
A few days ago, my home was turned into a death trap behind my back. I was framed and then forced to go through a rigged trial.
Guilty on all counts. Yes.
Guilty on all counts.
A few days ago, every single person in the world wanted me dead.
Cara, não cracha não, mano. Não cracha não. Tem formas de não crachar dando pra das pessoas.
You all know the truth about who really killed our
o problema é servidor só.
And our friends. Today, we walk ahead. We storm the volcano.
Sabe o que laga no player? O que laga no player não é o player em si, é o nick. A barrinha de cima do Minecraft é mal otimizada. É isso que laga mais do que o próprio corpo mexendo. Saiba disso. Uma curiosidade pra vocês.
Boiling water, dripstone traps, their entire army. They have the height advantage and netherite armor, but we have numbers. So let's stick together and let's win this thing. Come on!
Meu Deus.
All right, here we go.
Damn!
There's so many people.
Aí, ó, quem tá com shaders, mano, ele tá fudido, não. Ah, mas por que o replay não tá? Provavelmente ele tá usando flashback, mano. O flashback é muito pica, rapaziada. O flashback, você grava o flashback, ele grava um mundo e ele grava no FPS máximo. Aí depois você renderiza quanto FPS tu quiser, mano. E aí sempre vai ficar lisinho assim, ó. É melhor que o replay mod, uma dica pra vocês também. Replay mod acabou, o bagulho é o flashback, mano. Não uso lunar não, rapaziada. Mas nesse vídeo eu acho que tem replay mod de uma galera que grava com replay mod e flashback, tá ligado? Mas esses muito liso, certeza que é flashback. Nessas horas assim. Não, mano, o Rewind não se compara do Flashback. Flashback é melhor porque você consegue adicionar models também, scripts. Você pode alterar o mapa dentro dele também, dos replays. Você pode reconstruir as coisas. Oh my fucking god! Mano, é isso que é o foda pra subir isso daí, não dá, mano. Vai morrer gente pra caralho, mas eles têm mais números. Olha, empurra lá.
Oh, big fighting on the ground right now. Covenant is attacking from behind.
Caralho, nossa, é muita gente, velho. Meu Deus.
It's just chaos on the ground as well. It's the Covenant.
Nossa, os caras que tá fazendo a ponte é o que só morre, velho. GG. Agora foi. É só derrubar os líderes que os caras param de batalhar. Não, Remy! Remy! Ah, mas o Remy foi burro pra caralho, hein? Nossa, é muita gente dando tiro flash também, mano. Legacy! Nossa, tá vivo. Sorte da porra. Meu Deus do céu, velho. Mataram do próprio, mano. Do próprio foda-se, velho. Aí, ó. Cínica tá ferrada, mano. É, agora a Cínica e o outro cara caiu, já era. Matou ela também. Foi. Nossa. Só falta um. Cadê ele? Ai, mentira, cala a boca. Caiu na lava, ele vai por baixo da lava, ele vai se fechar embaixo da lava. É óbvio. Mano, o Armor, verdade, velho. Cadê esse filho da mãe, velho? Ele se escondeu e não quis mais fazer nada. Ele sumiu do jogo, falou, mano, não vou morrer, não vou nem participar do bagulho, foda-se. Aí, ó. Nada, eu achei que ia ficar embaixo. Maçã dourada pra caramba, hein. Meu Deus, velho.
Surely not.
Tem uma passagem, velho. Ah, ele não viu. Tem outra.
Of course he has a tunnel. Of course.
Os caras ganham a batalha, o cara falando. O cara vazou, velho.
He's missing? Hold on.
Alright guys, let's go, let's go.
Eita porra. Caralho. Final fight, mano. Saparata versus Fluxon. Vilão, mano, ele é um vilão que não era pra ser vilão. Ele tinha uma ideia e a ideia ele fez errado, tá ligado? E aí ele meteu o louco.
No way.
Wow, you actually showed up.
Can't say no to a friend, can I?
Caralho,
Let's make this a fair fight, okay?
Fair fight, é porque ele tá forte, né?
Look at all these people dying right now because of you.
You know, Saps, none of this would have happened if you had died like you were supposed to. I'm sorry for everything you've had to go through.
Tá, porra. Tá usando espada, mano. Espada com escudo é foda, né? Não, mano. O cara tá com uma chave, vai quebrar teu escudo, cara. Aí, ó. Aí é foda. Ai, não, vai morrer. Come, 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 vai morrer. Meu Deus, velho. Boa, comeu. E ele vai comer também. Resetou de novo. É foda. Eat! Oh! Meteu a lavinha. Nossa, colocou lava nele mesmo. Nossa. Agora foi, agora foi. Só não parar, só não parar. Só não para. Pressiona, pressiona. Quem? Fluxon morreu, certeza. Eu colava no pé dele, mano. Nice, caralho. Você é louco. Toma essa aqui, ó. Caralho. Glória, velho. O Thomas fugiu! O Thomas fugiu! No! Nossa, mano. Segunda temporada, o Thomas agora virando o demônio. Criando um vírus biológico pra matar todo mundo. Olha ele aí, ó. Vazou. Imagina. Acabou, mano. E o Thomas foi? Nossa, 191 contra 129. Caraca, mano.
Today, we gather to honor the lives lost in the Battle of Infernus.
Porra, pouca gente, hein?
Since then, I think we haven't felt the same. I know I certainly don't.
The Island 2 West Helm Alliance had defeated the Infernus forces, but winning had come at a high cost.
Remy. Nossa senhora, velho.
After the war, people across the world took time to mourn their dead, reflect upon the battle, and then, eventually, decide how to move on.
Lingoline Mafia. Lingoline caiu duro muito cedo, velho.
The Covenant and the Commonwealth were off the map. There were talks of creating a world government. But ultimately,
United States
it never really materialized, and all the remaining nations just agreed to do their own thing and have peace.
In the corner of the crowd.
Sempre tem guerra, né, mano? Não adianta.
Island 1 had taken the brunt of the war. Crops trampled, the big tree scorched, the volcano ravaged. As a result, people across Island 1 struggled after the war. Some of them joined cults, while others moved to Island 2 in search of a better life.
Mas se matou ali, velho.
Elysium was fine though. Instead of going to war on day 10, the Nation of Peace had decided to hold a peace festival. And on their shore was something new. A bridge stemming all the way from Luminara.
Ó. Já que nos compara a qualidade dessa bridge, né? Mano, ele fugiu mesmo, o Thomas.
Lived on in peace, including Saps, who at long last had returned to Island 2.
Voltou e agora o cara é o presidente do planeta, velho.
This brings back memories. Still, the world wasn't totally conflict-free. The Cass Coalition Bakery was yet to be exposed for causing the death
Mano,
of
tem que...
And Night Arcturus was still in hiding, yet to be found by Westhelm.
Filha da puta ficou no pântano lá e foda-se até o final do bagulho, velho. Ah, não, velho. Vai se fuder, velho. O cara ficou no pântano, mano.
Stories like these may just never end.
Caralho.
But I think there's some beauty in that.
O cara parou de jogar pra ficar lá escondidinho, mano. Pô, as cidades ficaram bonitas, hein?
Yeah, we still have some work to do. We will catch that traitor. But tonight you can rest. You've made your emperor very proud.
Vai achar o outro moleque.
Jury, you have heard all of the evidence. If you find Thomas 5200 guilty of aiding Fluxion with his reign of terror, jump now.
Todo mundo.
Thomas, may you find mercy in the end, senor.
Senhor! Damn! Caralho, pesado. Yo, what the fuck, mano?
When we first met, I ran away screaming from you because I thought you were gonna blow up my nation and kill all my citizens. But after we talked a little bit for like 5 minutes, I realized you could blow up my nation and kill all my citizens. But that doesn't mean you will.
Barbie, do you take Oppenheimer to be your one and only candidate?
I do.
Oppenheimer, same thing?
I do.
Now, at this time, Barbie and Oppenheimer have requested that instead of rings, they will both exchange something slightly different. If you would please turn your attention to the nuclear bomb that's behind us. 3, 2, 1.
Entendi. Aí vai explodir a ilha inteira.
So slowly lose control as emotions overflow.
Caralho. O cara ainda fez o bagulho pro moleque, mano. Foda. Caralho, esse vídeo é doideira, hein? Esse vídeo é absurdo, velho. O cara destruiu nesse vídeo aqui, velho. God damn! Foda. Clap demais, mano. 11/10, não é 10/10 não, é 11/10, mano. 1000/10, velho. Pronto, que é 1000 players. What a nice video, mano. Dei like antes de ver o vídeo já, mano. Como? Que obra-prima, viu, mano? Inegável, velho. Sensacional, velho. Sensacional, velho. Isso daqui é, tipo, mano, isso daqui é realmente o melhor vídeo do 2020 pra cá, velho. Não só de Minecraft, mas do YouTube, velho. Bizarro, né, mano? O nível de qualidade que isso daqui entrega, velho. É bizarro, velho. Isso daqui, mano, isso daqui é o pique, mano. Aqui é o topo, mano. É o topo de conteúdo no Mine, velho. Vimos aí, tanto que vocês queriam, mano. Caralho, foi 2 horas e meia de vídeo. É um filme, tive um filme, cara. Eu não faria um evento tipo esse aqui no Brasil, mas eu vou fazer, rapaziada. Pra quem não sabe, eu vou fazer um evento desse estilo, só que não é com 1000 players, porque a gente tem que ir devagar. 100 versus 100. Pra quem quiser aí participar, é só ir lá no Discord, Pedrodbr, ir lá na sala eventos Pedrodbr e se aplicar lá no formulário, ok? Cara, a gente tá com muita gente já, velho. Eu acho que, tipo assim, Depois desse, no próximo, quando a gente for fazer, que provavelmente vai ser... Eu vou sempre trabalhar nos 250, porque 1000, velho... eu não tenho dinheiro pra pagar um servidor desse não, velho. E eu vou usar os máximos servidores que eu tenho. Então, no máximo, a gente consegue fazer nos 250.